Right, time, fellas. Two minutes, lads. 2 minutes to start.
Where legends stay, festive years with heart and pride. The battle begins on the inside. Beneath the lights, the fire is real. Every dive, every shot, every deal. From Colombo's soul to world's heartbeat. This is where the champions meet. Rise inside, hear the call. This is the game that unites us all. From the desert's islands, hills so high. We play for glory, we reach the sky. Spin and strike, never fall. In Sri Lanka, we give it our all. The world is watching, let it go. We play as warriors, bold and Sri Lanka smiles, welcomes you home to a cricket war in a kingdom of stone. Elephants march, the drums beat fast. A new world champion will rise at last. 8 walls around, with spirits fly. The game's so quick, you blink and try. With every roar, with every chant, the world unites in this combat. Giant we're together we fight, together we shine. It's more than sport, it's a sign.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to UPro Colombo here in Sri Lanka for our continuing coverage of the 2025 Indoor Cricket World Cup. I'm Cameron Walter. With me is Paul Botterill, and this is the men's clash between New Zealand and the undefeated India. What a contest it promises to be. I'll take you through the two lineups, starting with the New Zealand side, captained by Todd Watson. With him is Braden Gardner, Dion Joel, Micah Conroy, Ryan Jackson, Michael Barry, Stacey Hyman and Matt Latham. The India side is captained by Divik Ray, with him Mohsin Nadamal, Girish Kayatwahali Gyopal, Afroz Pasha Firoz Pasha, Mohammad Kaiser Ahmed, Vijay Hanuman Tharayappa, Suraj Reddy and Karthikeyan Subramanian. And we're all just about set here at UPro Colombo, and it's a very good evening to you, Paul Botterill.
Hey, nice to see you, Cam. Important game for both sides, and India, a couple of starting 8 players not in this one. You'd imagine they've got some injury or illness. Denise pulled a groin yesterday, maybe still having some problems with that, and Namsed, he's the big name that's missing for mine. He is the Dusra bowler. He's been a star for them for a long time. Bowls in the middle. I'm surprised to see him having a rest for this one. So changes for India. New Zealand look pretty strong in the 8 that they picked. Enough for their top 8, but it's pretty close, I would have thought.
And interestingly, there was no toss for this match. Seeing a bit of a trend of this at internationals. That looks like it was negotiated. India's going to bowl, New Zealand's going to bat, and that's by agreement.
Fair enough, eh? You never know with these things why, but interesting.
So Dion Joel and Matt Latham will be opening the batting for New Zealand. Girish Kayatanahali Gopal is going to bowl the first over. We're all set here at UPro Colombo. Buckle up at home. It's India versus New Zealand here at the World Cup of Indoor Cricket. Great shot to get underway for Dion Joel, finding 2 on the leg side.
A lot at stake for these two teams. The winner of this team of this game will have the inside running to qualify second, then play the 1 versus 2 semi-final and skip the 3 versus 4 elimination final. The 1 versus 2 carries a life.
It's a bail off. I assume that was the glove of the keeper. Not sure if anyone's noticed that the bail is off. Yeah, a few people have. It was a dot ball, and that makes this second ball. The score will have to change. A new modification to the rules for this tournament. That's an excellent shot from Matt Latham to get off the mark. 2 runs. I beg your pardon, 3. Must hit the tape.
India a different look, right? The captain, Reddy, the wicketkeeper, keeping with 2 gloves, which will make the throwing a lot harder, a bit slower. But his taking of the ball from the field is exceptional. 2 gloves really helps with that. Sorry, Vice Captain Devik Rai has taken over as Captain of India. Obviously, I do apologise to Devik for that, and congratulations to him. His first World Cup and his first tournament in charge of the Indian side.
Down and up single, a good early call. It just shows if you do make that call, you commit, odds on you're going to make good ground.
Quiet in here tonight, Cam. It's been a big few days, some tired people. Maybe there's, maybe there's some more to come as far as noise, but it's quite quiet in here.
1 ball to come in the over. So the leg side brings the over to an end, and a great start there for New Zealand. Double figure over, 10 runs on the board. They're away here in this clash against India here at the World Cup. As you're saying, Paul, it has a lot of meaning, this match. The difference between the top 2 finish or that elimination final could be crucial.
Yeah, I would have thought a bit different to some other games. I thought 80 was the target. I think 65 to 70 should win this for either side. I think it'll be a bit more low scoring, and he's got a very good, they're going to miss an MC, but they've got a very good bowling attack.
Devik Rai, the captain of India, has the ball for over number 2. Latham finds the net, 2 runs. Another good early call. Joel on the deck, safe.
Good tournament for Joel so far. He was in the tournament, the team at Melbourne, but didn't play the final. Certainly putting up a big case to be in the final for this one, if they make it.
Yeah, I agree. He's looked solid this game, the game against Australia. Comfortable 2 for Latham. Full moving away outside off and presented the full face of the bat, did Joel. Finds it down up 2 on the offside.
Be really interested when India get their first wicket to see the reaction. They look a little bit flat to me. Have they been out there playing against some other sides and looking really dominant? They look a little bit flat to me though, without, for mine, their best bowler and one of their best all-round players. Be interesting to see if underneath it they're a lot more fizzed up than I can see. When they get a wicket, they go nuts. Or whether they are a little bit flat for this one.
Well, when they come up against batting like this, it's unsurprising if that flattens them out a little. 11 runs off that over. New Zealand off to an absolute flyer here. Prime time at Colombo.
Yeah, I think Danush would normally bowl over 1 as well, so lots of change. I think Rai often bowls 5, so they're going to go to Reedy early, the leg spinner, quick through the air, has very good googly, has taken a lot of wickets for India over the last few years. It's a fun, shorter, interesting. They're coming from playing a lot over there to over here. where the bowling line-ups are 2 metres shorter. He's been through 2 practice deliveries and he's cut the front line both times.
Play ball, please.
That's a great rock.
You can bowl.
Yeah.
India's got a committee of 5 people on the back net, the towel holder and 4 others there to help out with advice. Reedy, of course, doesn't need any advice. He is useful.
Second ball.
Well done. I like that from Joel Wright.
Yeah, just smothers it.
Yeah, he's bowling well. I'm taking no risk. Gives Latham the call. I didn't see what he said it was, whether it was the leggy or the googly. That's a leggy.
Certainly bowls at a pace, doesn't he? It's quite flat at pace. Gets a bit of bounce off the deck.
Yeah, and can turn it when he wants to as well. He's a good player. I think internationally ranked for mine. They're going to put 3 on the offside in the front court, which means he's going to bowl a leggy, or he's going to bowl a googly wide.
Fox him. Oh, that's out. The first wicket. Reddy doing the job. Set it up nicely. No foxing involved there at all. He telegraphed what he was going to do and he delivered it perfectly.
Yeah, well bowled. That's one of those things, New Zealand. There's a lot of research on these guys. They know these players really well, but really, you still got to be able to hit it. You know, he is good enough that he can just beat you. He does get it to dip. He does get it to turn. Quick.
That's a great call.
I like this as well, right? Reedy and Namastar bowl 6 and 7 and 10 and 11 in the exposed middle partnerships for India. No Namastar today, so Reedy comes up, bowls 3.
Chance at the top. They can't be tidy. They had 3 there for that exact reason. Element of risk to the run there for New Zealand, but they took it and it paid off. -2 from the over. New Zealand still in a position of strength here with 3 overs done in the first innings.
I reckon I've watched him bowl nearly every over he's bowled in this tournament, and he hasn't held 3 on the off once. Every time I'm there, he bowls to a normal field. But as soon as they get to the game, they change it around. They know we watch them. We watch them pretty close. Karthik Subbaran, the ex-Singapore captain, left 3 or 4 years ago from Singapore to live in India to be with his partner, a radio celebrity, I understand, and has been on the outside of this, on the verge. You know, he's been 9-10 for a few games and perhaps for a few events, and gets his chance in a big game in the starting 8. Let's see what he can do.
Sneaks one inside the line. That would have been very tight. You could see Latham, his feet are on the line. So a dot ball there makes this second ball. That one unequivocally a wide. So a let off there. They'll get the ball again as well.
And to have stalled this momentum from New Zealand, right? New Zealand looking well on top. Last few balls, the wicket, couple of dots, and they're fighting back into this. Shot from Matt Latham.
Yeah, it's great feet to get into position to play it. He does it with authority. 2 runs.
It's great too. When a guy's bowling a right arm around, pitching around leg stump, you want to hit him through the leg side. It's a great option. Hits it late, bounces it.
Good effort there in the front court. The human shield. Wears one. Keeps it to a dot. Creates a second ball opportunity now for India.
Look, we've seen this through the tournament more often, where teams are bowling guys, often many of them, right arm around the wicket in the opening partnership, bowling outswing at the leg side wide line and just swinging it back in. We've seen teams have some success against the Australian opening partnership with it. We've seen it multiple times. It just seems to be a new thing that people are doing. So he's trying to bowl at the leg side wide line and swing it back towards the stumps.
Just dragging it probably a little too short for what he's trying to do there. And dealt with by Latham. 2 runs, a ball to come in the opening pair.
ball.
Well, it's an extra, so they'll get another delivery. They've let New Zealand off here. Joel finds the net for 2. New Zealand post 31 for the opening combination. Lost a wicket in an excellent over from Reddy. And they've battled back to 31. It's a great contest we're seeing here, folks. Thanks for tuning in. It's Cameron Walter here alongside Paul Botterill. This is New Zealand up against India. It's day 4 here at the 2025 edition of Indoor Cricket's World Cup. How do you see that so far, Bots?
I think New Zealand will be delighted. They've got 30. They've got Reedy, 1 over out of Reedy. There's no Namaste. Now, India've got a lot of good bowlers, but that's 3 of the strike overs they normally have gone. New Zealand's got some runs on the board. They'll be really pleased with them.
Michael Barry and Stacey Hyman at the crease now. Apologies, Bots.
Yeah, probably New Zealand's most experienced batting partnership. Vic Davies, our most experienced player. Went past 1,000 runs the other day, Vic. But Stacey and Baz have been batting together for a long, long time. Both guys out of the Dominion Road. Centre in Auckland, 911 Dominion Road.
Play ball, please.
Dean Joel's dad walking past the back net.
Firoz Pasha to bowl now.
Useful.
Oh, that is definitely a useful start, Bots.
Not only does he have that one, which towards Barry's an in-swinger, he can swing it the other way. He's got a good cutter. He is useful. He's a genuinely classy strike bowler.
Well worked from Barry. Get off the mark. Sees off second ball. No run. Watchful from New Zealand.
See, Stace, that was the off-cutter. So we've seen 2 out swingers for a right-hander. Now the off-cutter, all of them useful. So if he does a bit, it's quite brisk through the air.
Great batting. Enough room to free his arms. Down and up 2 on the offside. Another second ball negotiated.
Made a little space for himself. His back foot just pushed away a little bit to give himself a little bit of space to get it wide enough.
Chance at the top. It needed to go right into the hand. Just a fraction of a hesitation there from Barry before he took off. That opened the door, but India couldn't walk through it. A ball to come now.
I've never seen India looking as fit or as motivated as at this tournament. Looks like Stace nicked it.
That's certainly the reaction from the fielders.
I didn't see it. Did you see it?
No, I didn't. I didn't think he hit it at all, to be honest, but that was, they seem pretty certain down there. 6 runs off the over. Second pair away for New Zealand. To your point earlier about whether India would be pumped when they take a wicket, they appear to be flat. They strike me as a team that when things like that don't go their way, that's really deflating, and they find it hard to come back from that.
Look, I think one of the reasons that Rai has taken over the leadership of this group is he's a very intelligent man. Both him and Reddy, both very intelligent men. But he's a very balanced guy. I'm telling you, the word flat sounds offensive. It's not meant to be.
Yeah.
But he's not a big up and down guy. He's just a very consistent guy, and I think it really helps them. Bowler bowling right arm around has a looks like an offie, but it's just it's an offie, but it just goes through the air away.
That ball made it all the way to the back net for 4. The first ball from Hanuma Thrayappa.
From VJ. They'll cut the committee behind the net to 3. Can do that as well. That one, if you watch his action, we had one of these the other day. He bowls the one where his hand goes really wide, which is flat, and it just goes straight across you. Then he has the one that comes over the top, and it's just a legitimate off spin, and it does turn a little bit. Again, they've got a good bowling attack, India.
Second ball. Would have been a no ball, but Hindman left his crease. Wonder if VJ saw him coming.
Yeah,
And
possibly.
then just thought, well, I'm going to send this over your head. Straight to hands, no run.
They may want to have a towel for Stace when he's coming down. We've got a towel for a couple of our players. Well, New Zealand's got a towel, and I'm not there anymore. But when I was involved, New Zealand had a towel for a couple of players when they were charging. We knew when they were going to charge.
Direct hit, but Hyman is home.
Last ball.
The ball to come now in the 6th. Called through. It's a good call there from Michael Barry. Saw the ball gone into the corner to the left of the point fielder. It was a safe run. It brings the over to an end. 8 runs from it. Another good one for New Zealand.
Yeah, really dominant start from New Zealand, and you know, a really good performance. Let's remember this Indian side had New Zealand at one stage on the ropes in the 2-vs3 elimination final in Melbourne. Since then they've gone to the New Zealand Asia Cup and played really well. Now New Zealand knows them better, which really helps, but this has been a really dominant batting performance so far against a really good Indian side who's still got plenty of bowlers even without Namaste.
Mohsin Nadamal
Label, please.
bowling. Driven flat in the gap. A direct hit would have been out. It was a good touch, but it's 3 runs.
I think the bowler was an addition to the 8 for this event from previous events. Plays on the back from him from Memphis. A guy, I think it is. Another guy, okay with the ball.
Side.
Oh no, sorry, I'm confusing with another player.
Chance at the top. A direct hit would have been very interesting.
I suspect the direct hit would have been very out.
I agree.
Been a really good batting performance so far, hasn't it? I mean, New Zealand, I don't want to overstate it. I don't know, but so far I've been really impressed with the New Zealand approach.
One of the things I like to see, Bots, I know from conversations with you, both on and off air, you know, I was just chatting to Lee Kelly before the game, how much analysis New Zealand does do, and that strikes me as probably more than most teams, if not all, and seeing that come to fruition, you know, how prepared they are.
Dead ball.
Dead ball there, that's unfortunate, it's gone dead. How prepared they are to face particular types of bowling, plans that they have particular batsmen, the fields that they set. You can see that when New Zealand takes the court.
Look, I think back in New Zealand we've got Ian, Red as we call him, who does this stuff for New Zealand. A lot of video. Boy, I can troll through some video for New Zealand. But what they have become better is working out what's useful and what's not. What's just stuff and what stuff they can actually put into use. And look, I was with Lee just before they came over here watching a game. We were watching Sri Lanka England, I think it was. Just watching on YouTube, just making a few notes because I played Sri Lanka early. They've become far better at what they can use and what they can't. And there's one thing that doesn't happen: the screeds of information doesn't get to the players. It's filtered out, and they see what they want to see. Different players watch more than others, but they're given clear plans. Shot, Michael Barry.
2. Other balls.
Brings the over to an end. Another excellent one for New Zealand. 11 runs from it. 1 over remains for this partnership. They're threatening for another, the second consecutive 30-plus partnership.
It's one of the things, Cam, that, you know, when it's not going your way, it's not really going your way. We've seen Stace miss one. It's gone past the keeper, All he has to do is pop back and he's going to grab it and it's out. Second ball, rolls out of a hole, ball gets replayed. And, you know, these are just the things that when things are going well, they often go your way, and when things aren't going your way, you know, they don't.
Final over for the batters.
Karthikeyan Subramaniam. Second over and the final over to this pair.
Coming right arm over this time. Maybe to the lefty.
Good piece of fielding the flick into Heinemann though.
Second ball, batters.
Dot
second
ball, second ball opportunity.
Second
Bowled
ball.
around the wicket to the righties in the first.
Too much width. Harry helps himself to 2.
Tried to get full and wide, but just got length and wide and got hit on a strike 2.
Changing sides.
It's a real let off there. It's a big miss.
Three
Oh,
balls.
mister, what actually happened?
Played and missed, and the keeper dropped it.
With 2 gloves on, that is disappointing, right?
Two. Two balls.
2 balls remain.
Changing sides. Two. Last ball. Changing sides.
Great shot to finish. An excellent set of 4 there for New Zealand. Not without chances for India. They were unable to convert. These two dominant performance. 35 on the board. New Zealand 66 at the halfway stage of this innings here on day 4 of the Indoor Cricket World Cup. Let's have a look at the other fixtures taking place right now here in Colombo, courtesy of indoorcricket.news and the Scored app. The United States of America taking on South Africa. The USA still in single digits midway through their second pair. Australia taking on Sri Lanka Development in the under-22 men, and Australia off to a fly there, 75 at the halfway stage. You can follow along with those matches at wicfworldcup.com or indoorcricket.news as Micah Conroy and Todd Watson head to the crease. Tony Watkins is in his superstitious spot up there in the stand. Potts.
Sitting? I can't see him standing. Is he sitting?
No, he's standing.
Oh, there he is. Black shirt today. Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Three.
what a start for Micah Conroy off the bowling of
Pasha.
Girish.
Oh,
Yeah. Girish Kayatanahali Gopal.
Gopal.
Mm.
Sorry.
Two quality on drives from Conroy and from Watson in succession. Yeah, it looks as if Tony's actually asked the chairs to move forward so he can stand where he normally stands.
Quite possibly. I'm not sure the chairs moving forward is a great idea, but possibly. On his phone, doing something. Probably booking the stadium for the next World Cup.
That's what you call multitasking. Team manager in the men's division, WICF president. Got a few things to do.
New Zealand president.
Yeah.
New Zealand over 50s player. Oh, wow.
Yeah, beaten.
Second
We
ball.
might see
batters,
that back if we
second
get a
ball.
chance. Maybe we won't have time.
Second ball.
Out of the back of the hand.
Chance.
One.
We really benefit from having a lefty in that cover position. The ball hits straight to you. The top is accessible far quicker and with a throw rather than a flick. Final ball of the over.
Two. Over
Down up
ball.
2 completes it, 10 runs from it. New Zealand just stringing together over after over here. Impressive batting.
Yeah, it really has been. And look, there's no doubt that India will be looking for an answer. And I think really, from the point of view of the match, that answer's got to come in the next 2 overs. They've got to be prepared now to counter-attack. They've got to go to their 2 best bowlers. They've got to find some wickets and get on a roll and put some pressure on here. Because if they don't, New Zealand could be past 90 comfortably by the time the last partnership comes in close to 100. Boy, hard to pick them back from there. So they need to get on the attack for mine. It looks like Rai's gonna on it.
Mohammed Kaiser Ahmed.
He's the gentleman that's come in, I think, for this event. Plays on the back for them. Solid player.
Label, please. Label.
They appear to have clearly decided that Reddy's going to bowl in the last partnership.
Straight to hands, a wild throw. Good piece of tidying up at the back sticks. It stays a dot, and it will be second ball.
Second ball.
Push through to the gap on the onside for 2.
Yeah, tried to flatten out and bowl quite quick, got it into the body, but well played by Conroy. Looking for some time out.
Time off. 2 minutes.
Got a heavily, he's got a bunch of insulation tape around his arm. I'm not sure that's doing much for him. No, maybe it's medical tape. Strapped up arm.
Yeah, it's like rock tape around the elbow. So while he gets some attention, let's have a look at what's still to come today. One more game here on day 4. Sri Lanka development side against Singapore will close out the day here on the broadcast court. On the other courts over at the Austasia Complex, United Arab Emirates up against Sri Lanka, and Australia versus England in the men.
Another big men's game, that UAE Sri Lanka game. You'd imagine the loser of that might drop out of the top 4. So depending on other results, still a long way to go, but the loser of that would be favoured to drop out of the top 4, I would say, at this point. So big game's coming, and that's Singapore, Sri Lankan development in the men's grade, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Sorry, men's. Yes.
No comment. No comment.
So everything looks ready to resume after that short delay. Wide and left alone, a fair delivery.
Not called wide, yeah.
No, I mean when I say wide, it was full and wide, not actually outside the line. False start.
Another one. Some footing issues there as well.
Watson using the width this time for down up 2 through point.
One. Last ball.
Ball left now in the 10th. Driven to the back for 4.
Great shot.
Well, I think it was 4, but he signalled 5. Yeah, it's 4. This umpire signals 4s as 5s. And 5s as something else. So I don't know if that's I believe he's from South Africa. I don't know if that's a South Africa thing or.
That Brett Cree. Possibly. Look, again, I've got no idea whether it's South African thing either, but yeah, it is different. India in the cradle, right? New Zealand rocking it. India struggling to get the energy to get out, wake up and get back into this game. New Zealand just rocking the cradle and putting them to sleep, making it very difficult. In the middle of the bat, calling well, running well. scoring runs. Here comes Reddy. Leggy to start.
Second ball, batters, second ball.
This is a big over.
Second ball.
Well, this is a big moment. It's second ball here. New Zealand have to score. India must strike. Full, over-pitched, dealt with by the New Zealand captain. Dominant too. Straight to hands, no run, another second ball opportunity.
Another dominant shot though, isn't it? I know he didn't hit the gap, but boy, they're fine in the middle of the battle line.
Yeah, full face, hitting through the line. Bang. Used to the feet, a chance. The flick is wild. I think Conroy might have been home either way, as he'd come out of the crease to play it, therefore less distance to cover on the run itself.
Yeah, really just trying too hard in the flick right. Bit of noise coming in down the far side. Some Indian other players in.
I think the flick for me, for Reddy, again, in people that have been playing indoor for a very long time, they're in position for the flick before the ball's in their hand. Whereas he got the ball in hand and then had to either move to position or flick it out of position. He flicked it out of position, and that's why it was inaccurate. Again, 3 on the offside. Down, up, over them, and they did not even move, the fielders. That shows they feel like they're not in this game at all. 5 runs off the over. Well batted by Watson and Conroy. And the New Zealand side moves to 90 with an over to come in this partnership. Can you give me a sense of how Lee Kelly and his batting coach and his bowling coach work together? I know that, for example, Sonny Chan gives direct info and instructions and advice to the bowlers. I assume the same's true. Who's their batting coach?
Nathan Daly.
Yeah, so I assume the same's true of Nathan Daly, but at the same time, I assume the 3 of them work together about what they are going to communicate to the players, how Lee as head coach is going to bring that information together in the overall team messaging.
Look, while I'm occasionally around the group and I have a bit of a chat with Lee here and there, I'm not there for all that stuff. But my understanding very much is that Lee Kelly's in control of this team, and that Nathan and Sonny have all kinds of opportunities to offer opinions and agree to stuff, and when they agree, then they'll go and implement it. But when the batting, Nathan's in charge, and when the bowling and fielding, Sonny's in charge. But overall, in the prep and all that kind of stuff, Lee Kelly's in charge. You know, Lee Kelly, you'll hardly see him today during the game. He's just tucked away watching. He's letting his guys do their jobs, and he's a guy that's really good at letting his people do their jobs, you know? I think Lee Kelly for mine in the last 4, I think losing in Melbourne was tough. The review of that performance wasn't great in New Zealand. But I think he's become one of the best New Zealand coaches that I've seen. I think he's exceptional.
A couple of questions. A couple of questions about that, not to interrogate it, but one of the most capped players ever, former long-time New Zealand captain. That's often a question, not just in indoor cricket, all forms of cricket, but any sport. You know, whether or not to coach at the elite level, you need to have played at the elite level, right? So I'm talking to someone who didn't and has coached at the elite level, right? So one or the other is not always the only option, but I'm interested in what you see the difference being.
Look, I think these days I would find it a lot harder to coach at this level. I could still coach at a good level and technically very good, but their ability to filter through the data. One of the areas that I'm really weak is what people bowl. I've had to work really hard in the last 2 or 3 years because it's my contribution.
Yeah.
So I've had to basically learn it because I didn't used to do it. And I think Lee's experience really helps in this side, and most importantly in his man management. The truth is, as a non-playing coach, my expectations of players can be very high because I've never had to go through the difficulties of things. Whereas Lee has been through the difficulties of things, and I think it gives him a really relatableness. He's a legend of our game. I think really importantly, he had a big break. Not a big break, but he had a break. Didn't play any indoor cricket, didn't coach any indoor cricket, went away, did some family stuff, had a break from it all, came back and then came into this level. Did the 22s in Dubai. Lost a final with a penalty in the end of the third partnership.
I remember, yes. Just hold that thought for a second, Bot. So 33 for the third pair, 99 is the total for New Zealand. Well and truly on their way with Braden Gardner and Ryan Jackson at the crease. Divik Rai is going to get us going. The fourth pair about to get underway. Carry on, Bots. Lee Kelly had his break.
So I just saw Stacey Hyman come past in his training kit, and I was wondering why, but he's just out of shirt for a few minutes, no problem.
Single off the first ball. You're talking about the break that Lee Kelly had.
Yeah, look, and I think it brought him back fresh. He did some juniors, they won. The men's team that me and Steve ran that year probably weren't quite as good, but like to have been in the final in that year. I left my position that night to open a spot up for Lee to come and try and work with Steve, but he decided to stand on his own and get the job, and he's just grown and matured into the role. He's a far better coach now, he really is, and there are, as I say, there are a few issues around that Melbourne tour, stuff that I don't think he really heart on heart wanted to change, but he knew he had to change, and he did change it.
Shot from Jackson. Well, yeah, that's as I said, it's an interesting consideration in all elite sport. You know, how much does having been an elite player prepare you to be an elite coach? And it's obviously a factor, not the determinative factor, but it's a factor.
One of the things I would say about it is that players who play who are just naturally talented make very poor coaches in my experiences.
Yes,
players
I completely agree.
There we go, there's a wicket. Oh, did he get it?
Oh.
Will they review?
I'd have to review it. You'd have to rely on the receiver here. I mean, he appealed, but now
he's gone, no, he just waved his arm.
Let's have a look. Is he taking the stumps out? We never had it.
Stumps that, doesn't it?
I would have reviewed it.
Yeah, I would have reviewed it too.
Yeah.
Well, you got 2 reviews left. You got 4 overs left. What are you going to do with them? You know.
Yeah.
You can't take them home and cash them in for holiday vouchers, can you?
It's like trying to cash out sick leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that point around, you know, the players that play at the elite level but have to work really, really hard to do it, that does prepare them because they know what they had to do and what leadership worked for them and what advice and coaching worked for them to take their game to the next level. But at the same time, I think that those players would also have recognised the players that those things come to naturally. And the reason I mentioned that is by the time you get to this level, it's not like you're teaching people how to bat, right? You're refining technique, but you also understand what some elite players need from you, and sometimes that's very little.
Yeah, look, and I think it's one of the things which will grow my own experience. I'm a guy who likes to coach. That's what I really want to do. I want to make better cricketers, and this is about man management.
Yes.
And man management requires you to have a clearness of focus and energy. You've got to be. You can't have 50 other things going on in your life. I don't think you've got to really be able to work on the people. Well, he's been really good. He's made some big decisions in the last 3 years that right now looks to have been really good decisions. I like that about him. He's not afraid to make a decision, and he'll stand by it. And there are a few guys on this side who, when they were picked, in the positions they were picked a few years ago, raised some real eyebrows back home. But he's turned them into what he wanted them to be, you know. And it's easy to say this right now because New Zealand's on top and look like they're going to win this game. You know, it's easy to say that, but they look well on top. But I thought the performance against Australia yesterday showed encouraging signs as well. I think he's a really good coach.
Now, Kaiser Ahmed is the bowler, and New Zealand continuing on their way here, scoring quite freely, if not off the bat, then through extras. Jackson, well, advances. With a loose shot.
Well, they just need from mine here. New Zealand just needs to go, okay, let's start from 0 in this partnership. Let's drill these guys. Not we're on 100, let's get loose.
Yeah.
Great shot from Braden Gardner. Great shot.
Brings the over to an end. 10 runs from it. just stringing together over after over of dominant batting here. India just not amongst the wickets either.
We've got 2 overs to go, and I don't want to jinx them. But I'm trying to think of a more dominant New Zealand batting performance against a top 3 nation. Against a real... This isn't Singapore out here. This is a real pretender nation. I can't remember New Zealand batting like this against good sides. I think it's a measure of the progress they have made. Which doesn't mean they've caught Australia or anything, but it's progress.
Nadamal, short and wide, got what it deserved.
And we are seeing India without, in my opinion, their best bowler.
I think you bring that bowler into the side, I don't see a lot changing based on what I'm seeing out there at the moment. It's not their night by the look of it.
Yeah, look, again, we'll see what happens when they have a bat, but it does look that way. I do think that India are 5 from 5 against teams that are good sides, but they're not great sides. And maybe that's given them a bit of a feeling where they are, whether they've got into the middle of this and realised they're not quite where they thought they were. They've got some work to do still, you know.
Well, a big appeal. They have to review this.
They're reviewing it. Interesting, because they seem adamant, but I didn't see Ryan Jackson's foot lift.
Let's have a look. He's out well out. Yeah, he's in the air. Oh, it's tight, isn't it? He's behind the line there, I think. If he's satisfied, he's grounded. But when are the bails broken? It's frustratingly right behind the line of the net, the bails. Yeah, we might need another angle of this. I'm sure the umpire will be asking for the view from his side. Oh, I would hope so. No, it doesn't look like it. He's happy with that. I would have liked another look at that from another angle, Paul. Your thoughts?
No, I think that was a great decision.
Oh, he says with a smile on his face for those of you at home.
Look, to be honest, I thought it was in, but another angle, all we have to do, in my opinion, is be consistent. If another angle is available and it's tight, then it needs to be available and used all the time. Right?
Yes.
So if that's tight and that's what they do, then that's the policy he should follow. And in my view, I thought he was in, but I thought it was blimmin' tight.
Well, to me, the frame in question, you can see that the gloves had broken the wicket, but had the bails lifted, I don't know. And at that point, the bat was on the line. So another angle might have shown the bails had not lifted at that point, or that they had at that point. And that's my view of it. But I'm not in the stand.
I do think, Cam, that we shouldn't be here. It should be, it's not clear, I want another angle. You know, there needs to be just clear protocol around it, right? It shouldn't be an opinion thing.
Totally. The problem is that whether it's clear or not is subjective.
Yep. And again, Russ and guys to review themselves, which doesn't help, in my opinion.
Yeah. 11 off the over, 4 runs off that last ball, certainly helping that cause. An over to come now with New Zealand dominating at this point. I think, I've sort of been reflecting on that point about umpires self-reviewing, and since we last talked about that, I think, my view of umpires that get to this level is that they are very eager to get things right, even if that means that they're correcting themselves. And the reason for that, I think, is that no umpire, as we see Vijay Hanumanthuraipa bowl, is no umpire wants to be the reason a team wins or loses a game, let alone a big game. And I think they would welcome a review that would correct an incorrect decision to avoid that. So, I think they want to be correcting themselves.
I think consciously all of that is right.
Yes.
I think subconscious filters and subconscious biases, anyone that thinks they don't, including me, you, that think we don't have subconscious biases, we are, and I think subconscious biases come into this stuff in a way that isn't ideal.
Yeah, I'd take your point. I'd make another one. I think that the alternative is another umpire doing it, right? So someone sitting here, whatever, doing that, they would have a subconscious bias as well towards their friend who's in the stand, right?
Well, quite possibly, right? Quite possibly. Last time we had the umpire there radioing down and asking for pictures, and the umpire down here, which was Brett Creer from my recollection, only sending up the images that he wanted to make it really clear to the umpire there was a mistake. The umpire just overruled. So I think another umpire needs to make the decision in those cases. And the truth is, Cam, that all of this to date is not the same as 3 balls left, 3 to win. It's tight. There's a lot of pressure on a lot of people, and people make mistakes under pressure, all of us.
Yes. Final ball goes for another wire, and New Zealand complete an absolutely dominant innings. 135, and looked, well, rarely in trouble.
Yes, I think that's fair, and it's a side that's packed with bowlers. And that is a great effort from them. It is a great effort from them. As I said, I don't remember New Zealand. Look, it's not 11 o'clock at night. It's nothing weird about this game. It's a midweek game, 7 o'clock, feature court. I do not recall a New Zealand team being as dominant as that with the bat against a really good side. I think India's attack is really good. Hasn't done it today without a few players for sure, but still, I think it's been a world-class effort from New Zealand. They will be, an hour from now when they reflect on it, I think they'll be very pleased with it.
As we take in some highlights, Kenny, your thoughts on India? You talk about them being a really strong bowling side. What about with the bat? My recollection of them at the last World Cup is that they, some of that indoor inexperience, led to the classic outs, right? Like running when you shouldn't, 2 batters at one end, those sorts of things. Are we starting to see that ironed out of their game?
Yeah, I think we are. I think that kind of stuff you won't see. I think they are vulnerable in some other ways. So I don't think we'll see lots of calling errors. I don't think we'll see them pulling the ball half out there like it's an outdoor game. None of that stuff at all. But I think India will score 60, 65 from German bowler. I think there's some areas there you can bowl out against them. They're not an especially quick running side. Don't have a Ryan Jackson or a Michael Conroy or Matt Flores, guys who almost can make a mistake and they're quick enough to get themselves out of it. I don't think they've got much of that. And they'll be solid with the bat and they'll fight really hard. But depending on what New Zealand choose to show matchups, I don't know what the matchups will use are, but I think they're a bit more vulnerable with the bat in general than the ball. I know they've just been smashed with the ball. David Ryan is very good. One of the things that I think what I shouldn't say in the world, Cam, is I am very upset that I missed the Sri Lanka development of the Sri Lanka game. If someone is watching players, that's the game you have to watch. It's going to be a mismatch, but the one team here that knows best where to bowl at the Sri Lankans is the Sri Lankan development side, right? And I think in some of these sides, there's some of that kind of stuff. If you know to watch different teams play them, which teams have got good plans for them. You go and watch those games and see those plans.
Folks, if you've just tuned in, you're watching India versus New Zealand here on day 4 of the Indoor Cricket World Cup. I'm Cameron Walter. The voice you just heard was Paul Botterill, his analysis of this India lineup. And India will need 136 batting second against this New Zealand outfit. Quick preview of what's coming up tomorrow. First day of October, the Indoor Cricket World Cup continues. We start off with the under-22 girls, New Zealand versus Sri Lanka. The boys, UAE and Australia. The men, England and UAE. And then Sri Lanka and South Africa. The women in an important match, South Africa versus New Zealand. An under-22 boys fixture still to be determined based on results. And then India take on Australia at 7 p.m. prime time tomorrow with UAE versus New Zealand to close out the day. That's all on the broadcast court here at UPro Colombo for the Indoor Cricket World Cup. This match, one innings remains. David Ray, Karthikeyan Subramanian at the crease for India. And Gardner gets us underway. A dot ball to start.
Karthik was on the management committee for Singapore when we first set it up over there, one of the founders.
Second ball.
Danush, one of the players who's not playing, I think has the groin injury, had it yesterday, whether that's causing it. Normally opens with Rai, he's a regular player. Karthik different. Karthik's a player who will drive.
Leg side there and get off for the second ball.
He's a player for Singapore who was the best and dominant player. He's a player who can attack if they want him to attack. I think right now they'll want him to get through the first 2 overs and be solid.
It's another dot ball, another second ball opportunity.
Second ball.
There's just a different energy out there, right?
Well, it's that sort of thing that I'd like teams to take note of, is how you come out there with the energy required to take wickets. Gee, that's at a rate of knots, that delivery. Jammed out for 2.
2 balls.
I think India have to get 20-25 in this partnership. They have to if they want to stay in this contest. I like this from Braden Gardner. Look, he hasn't got a wicket in this over, but for me, he had a night off last night. He's come in and he's bowled quite quick. You know, he's always quite sharp. He's bowled quite quick. He's bowled good areas. He's been a bit unlucky. Perhaps second ball options could do a little bit of work, but overall, very impressive.
Over ball.
Dot ball to finish. Fairly aggressive over there from Braden Gardner. 6 runs from it though with a couple of extras, and India will start the next over on second ball. They will have to score. Stacey Hyman will bowl the second over.
Second ball, batter. Second ball. Second ball.
Back to taping down the carpet off the
Level,
course.
please. Second ball.
Down up pull shot. There was a chance at the top. He got on the deck. Probably home.
Matt Latham's going, I caught that? My gosh. Whoosh, that was going. Great hands at the back from Matt Latham, who's on the back because Hyman's bowling. Matt Latham will be roaming today.
Back live. So wide.
Second ball, batter. Second ball. Second ball.
Beaten on second ball and an easy out for New Zealand. The first wicket of the innings. Well set up there by Hyman.
Yeah, I think the first one was an off-cutter that came back at him, and second one he just swung it past the bat. Well bowled.
2 balls. Two.
Oh, 2 in 2 balls. That's a sharp piece of fielding in the front court. Dragged out of the crease. New Zealand hit. Just collecting the bail on the way through. Job done.
Yeah, well bowled. Just had a feeling there might be a second one coming.
Second.
The second wicket in a row. After the first one, I thought there was another one not far away, you know.
Yeah. Height of Joel reins that one in, closes out the over 2 for -6 from it, and back to 0 this pair. What's more, they'll start the next over on second ball.
A few shoulder exercises there for Micah Conroy.
It's going to be an element of survival of the fittest this week, isn't it?
Yeah, there really is. I do hope they don't let that happen where physios are putting stuff through the net and players, let's have people come off the net. That can't happen in my view. No crack at the boys, but I don't want to see it become every game we've got stuff through. Dropped by Watson. Rye gets off strike, but that lets Karthik know that that swung in late, and it did. Got ball.
Second ball, Bennett, second ball.
Sure is.
Second ball.
And second ball.
They've got to get Karthik to find a way to get off strike if they're going to get the runs they need here. It's getting caught on down there. Boy, I don't think Todd Watson's too pleased to drop the early ball. He's throwing that hard. It's zipped up in the air and got Stacey Hyman in the hands.
Oh, direct hit.
Looking for an answer, looking to Tony Watkins. Am I going to review this? Tony Watkins is going. No interest. Is it Tony Watkins that's doing it for them? God, I assume he is. It's weird. I personally think for reviews at that end, you can be on the sideline.
My suspicion is that the position he's in is intended to help him assist with both creases.
See, one of the things you've got to remember is the stumps are a long way different on both creases. If you're side on at the front, you can see the stumps and the line. If you're side on in the middle, you can't see the stumps and the lines. You've got to change the perspective. Maybe he can see both. From there, I guess he can, but I think there's a better place for the guy down the front.
Well, my suspicion is that position, he feels like he can do that if that's indeed what he's doing, because he's asked the people to move their chairs so he can stand where he usually stands.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, could well be right.
Brings he over to an end. 5 runs from it.
Certainly, I think if he can help to improve New Zealand's referral, they haven't been great. They missed one on Tony Watson yesterday, they needed to review. They wasted one early on Macca. God, I've got a bad memory for name. But they, if they can find a system to get the reviews better, it's going to help them as they get into the business end of this event. Michael Conroy to bowl the fourth.
Short, wide runs.
You've got to assume for India that all that's left here is to bat for skins. Each partnership that goes out tries to get their point. If they can't, they just use it for batting practice, right?
Yeah. For mine, if it's not going to be about the skins, it's about, okay, we're not going to get 135. What can we get?
Yep.
What can we get? Can we get 80? Let's work on getting 80. So we know that next time if we do click with the ball, we keep them to something like 80 or 90, we are in the game.
Right. 2 balls. Last ball.
I reckon Tony Watkins must have good shoes too, standing the whole game in that position.
Do you think he's standing or do you think he's sitting on the back wall?
I wouldn't be sitting on that back wall because it's temporary.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, but
He's definitely not. He's standing.
Standing, yeah, no.
Last ball.
He's a competitive, tough man.
Yes. That brings the partnership to an end. 12 runs from it. And New Zealand well and truly on top here in their clash against India.
I guess so. The questions are for both teams, right? India, what do? Do they just score as many as they can? Do they try and pick up 1 skin or 2 skins, chase some skins? And for New Zealand, what do they show? If they've got some game plan here, do they use it, practice it, or do they just tuck it away for a day where they need it because they don't need it right now? You'd imagine.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, the possibility exists that these two will meet in a preliminary final. And
The probability, right?
yeah, so I'm an advocate for keeping some tricks up your sleeve for sure, in particular if you don't need them now. And as you say, they absolutely do not. At the same time, might be an opportunity to try some stuff that's, look, we think this might be effective, but we don't know. Have a go.
Be interesting to see if at some stage we see them use something for an over or two and then get out of there. Just a look.
Siraj ready. Mo Hassin Nadamal at the crease. Braden Gardner will bowl once more. Top ball to start. Second ball straight away.
Second ball, batters, second ball.
Not a bad delivery, and that is an excellent shot.
Yeah, really is a good player.
I've come up with a solution for DRS. Tell you about it after this ball.
Fantastic.
I'll just do it.
Oh, mate, you've been brilliant. You've been amazing at it, right? I don't even watch the replays anymore. You say it's up a half metre, it's up a half metre. No need for me to have a look. So, yeah, no, you do it. I'm okay with that.
Edge falls safe.
Two balls.
Look, apology from Watson. I don't think it was thrown at him. And I think that it's a reasonable thing here that, you know, batter running down the middle of the pitch isn't a great idea.
I'm not sure he was running down the middle of the pitch. I mean, I'm not impugning Watson at all, but yeah, I'll just be keeping an eye on that.
Yeah, fair enough too. Don't want him in the game.
Second ball.
So second ball again. India must score.
Side.
Sent back. Good early call.
Over ball.
And brings the over to an end. 5 runs from it. Braden Gardner, none for 11, but looked real threatening.
Yeah, he's going to have his day, isn't he? You know, today may not be his day, but he's going to have his day. For mine, you know, again, it's hard. We're high, it's through glass window, but I think that might be as quick as I've seen him bowl. He's looked quite sharp, you know. He's always been sharp too, but he's looked quite sharp, getting a bit of shape.
Is I assume we can credit Sonny Chan for some of that, because that's one of a few bowlers in New Zealand that I think have picked up a yard or two.
Oh, undoubtedly Sonny Chan will be involved in that. Again, I think both him and Lee will be involved to some degree. One thing I will say is that last year, a group of players from the Hawke's Bay, the Central Districts, from Napier, came back batting a lot better than they batted for a while. Clearly, Mike Paulson's been involved up there. They've got a bowling machine in the centre. It's a little one-court centre that, you know, a few old players got together so the game would survive when the old centre went broke. But they've developed a bunch of players since then, and it looked to me like Braden Gardner's one of them. They spent the summer doing a lot of work on their batting, and several of them. Toddy Watson's another one in that group.
Second ball, batters,
Interesting.
second ball.
Jackson, the bowler, set him up on the second ball.
Time for Jackson to hit him.
To hit him.
Hit him, he's bowled 2 full ones and got nowhere. It's time to get him off the front foot.
Ready gets away with a single.
What a crack.
Through to the back court for 3 runs.
I think he's better to bowl short at the bigger guy. Heavy on his feet. Good player, really, but heavy on his feet.
Well, watch ready. Getting between the ball and the stumps as it fell back down. Not sure if it hit the top net, but once it does, it Doesn't matter if it hits the stumps. Second ball again, the last ball of the over. No ball off the pitch. And the over comes to an end. 7 runs from it.
Look, that's not bad, right? They're 12 off 2. They faced Gardner and Jackson. They're 2 guys that can bowl. You know, it's a nice little start. A long way from 35 still. A long way out of the game, but still probably a good result for them so far to date.
Level, please.
First ball from Michael Barry is a dot.
Second ball, batter.
And second ball,
Second ball.
both the second ball of the over and second ball of the rule.
Not sure I'd move the left hand to the leg side.
Oh, bludgeon to the back for 5. Straight drive pull shot.
Yeah, it's bit defiant, hasn't he? Has hit it through the week too. That's a great area.
Second ball, batter. Second ball. Second ball.
Another second ball survived to come in the over.
2 balls.
Use of the feed, chance at the top. Gee, had a long time there. Jackson needed to hit.
Needed to hit. India fighting away. Again, not exactly in the game at this stage, but, you know, with a skin, I wouldn't have thought, but, you know, good on them. They're putting together a decent, solid partnership. They're good players. Oh, bold. I think Michael Barry's had enough of it. That was a goodie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, absolutely. 8 runs off the over. To your point, Bots, probably not in the skin here. They'll need, well, one of the biggest overs of the game if they're going to take it.
Substitution from New Zealand.
For who? Who's coming off?
Victor Davies coming on. It looks to me like Braden Gardner's going off. Latham's going to bowl. Braden Gardner has left.
He's bowled his 2 overs and is out of the game.
Can't see anything physically going on. Although there's a bit of attention coming to him straight away. The physio straight over with him.
Second ball, batter. Second ball.
Yeah.
Looks like he's talking about an ankle roll.
Yeah, interesting. I thought a bit high, but we'll wait and see, eh? By the way, good on them. Get him out of the game.
Yeah, I agree. He's bowled his 2 overs. There's absolutely no point in him staying out there. Matt Latham to bowl it is. Second ball. Driven to the back for 4 runs. One of the things I really like about this India lineup is they bat without fear. They really do bat without fear.
Yeah, look at him. Right now, having a great partnership.
Oh, that'll be caught. Oh, it falls safe. 4 runs. Well, saying the skin wasn't in play, it certainly is now.
7 off 4 required. Watson, calm down, please, boys.
Still setting a field to protect the back.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, I don't think they can get 2s and get the skin.
Yeah, there's a deflection. It'll be out. Oh, they've gotten away with it, have they? They're going to review it. You can see Tony Watkins is saying review from the stands. Which end are we reviewing?
I think they're pretty clear they're reviewing the keeper's end. The bails are still on at the bowler's end, so.
Right. That'd clear that up.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's tight. The bails are off. He's out.
He's out. Yeah, he's out. Yeah, like I said, Cam, you should do the reviews. New Zealand got quite a few parents of the under-22s in the country watching a few of the games, but what we do seem to have is quiet crowd. The noise, the rap out there, India are bad and getting smashed, and the noise is still for them. The atmosphere is still for them when they get here. Wasn't here when they were fielding. There was no one here when they were fielding that was making much noise at all.
That run out was a real shame. The confusion led to that. If they'd just run, they would have banked 2 there.
Yeah, and been right on the skin.
Yep.
Now they need 13 off 3. Not out of the question the way they're batting.
Need to hit 2 sevens now.
That'll be fun.
Second ball, batter, second ball.
One of the things that's pretty obvious, look at where Reddy's batting. He wants no part of the middle of the pitch. I'm just going to get over here, I'll be safe.
Oh, it's 7 runs. Oh, it's 4. I thought for sure that hit the back. The India are saying the same thing.
Side net first. Last
I'm
ball.
going to say this. It doesn't bounce out there off the side net.
Correct.
Reddy's going to go as well. Look where he's batting. Well outside leg stump. He's going to go. He wants a wide. Gets the bouncer instead from Latham.
2. Over ball.
Brings the partnership to an end. Still a great one there for India. They might not have got the skin, but they've put on 29 against this New Zealand side. And again, batted without fear.
Yeah, and look, I think the guy that's batting with Reddy, so I can't remember his name. He's probably...
Nadamal.
He's probably around the fringes of their 8. So he'll just put up a big hand for actually pick me boys, you know. Interesting. Lee Kelly's taking this huddle.
Check in with the other matches happening right now. The South Africa side are going to reign in the United States. They're on 26, halfway through their innings in pursuit of 24. And the Australia under-22 boys will easily account for the Sri Lanka development side, who are in the negatives halfway through their run chase. Don't forget, there's still a game to come today to close out day 4 here at the Indoor Cricket World Cup. Sri Lanka development versus Singapore, 8:45 p.m. local time. Vijay Hanumananthrayappa, Firoz Pasha at the crease. Todd Watson, the New Zealand captain, has the ball in hand, and 8 overs remain in the match. Edged out. Claiming forearm. Looked like glove to me. Let's have a look.
Hard to tell when we play from mine. Still looks...
Glove.
There you go. You're the third umpire as far as I'm concerned.
Short. Aggressive bowling.
Second ball, batter, second ball.
Second ball. India have to score. Great shot.
Yeah, they're good players. One of the things, Cam, that I think it's easy to miss on an occasion like this where they seem to be on the wrong side of this game at this point, but they are good players. That is a good shot against a very good bowler.
Two runs. Yeah, I could see a future where India, whether it's this edition of the event or it's a subsequent one, they're in the final. I can see one where they win it. And imagine how big that would be for the game of indoor cricket for a team from the subcontinent to take out the world title.
Look, if they're talking about putting 50 arenas into India, then when they've got 10, I think they'll take a lot. When they've got 5, they'll take a lot of beating. I mean, really, this side here could do with one more, quick and a really good bat, a really positive, good technical bat. Put that in there. They're a very good side already. So, I'm with you. I think that there'll be an Asian winner if in the next 3 anyway, including this one. 2 more. I know there's still got to beat Australia who never lose. I've heard those stats.
Well, I mean, we talked about this the other night. The time is going to come where Australia won't win a World Cup. I mean, that's just an inescapable fact. What will hasten that is, to your point, if 50 centres are going to go into somewhere like India and other Asian countries, while at the same time centres are closing in Australia, that's a diametric opposite in terms of player pool growth. And, great shot for 7. VJ helping himself to the first ball from Ryan Jackson's over to the back net.
He's gone short twice, has gone wide and got whacked for being out there, right? VJ is a good player.
It's a chance there to get away with it. But yeah, there certainly is a downturn in the sport in Australia, and that's not necessarily a bad thing about the sport. That's a consequence of the cost of living and how difficult it is for centre owners to stay afloat, right? Not because of a lack of interest, but because of an increase in costs. There's 3 runs. So it will, in the long term, be harder for Australia to maintain the player pool that it has.
I think that's fair, and similar in New Zealand. Part of that is the cost of rents.
Totally.
On commercial buildings. We're seeing, a couple of long-term places in Perth. One of them's gone as well, right? It's just rent doubles and you can't survive. And, yeah.
And the reason for that is building owners realise they can make more money by them becoming warehouses or storage units.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and not deal with the amount of foot traffic and complaints from neighbours and all the stuff that can come from having large groups of people through your building,
Yep.
Let's see what New Zealand can do here. Ryan Jackson, can he get this tighter inside the arc, Ryan? Yeah.
Still through for 2. Completes a very good over there for India. 16 runs from it. That's incredible batting off the bowling of Ryan Jackson. He finishes with none for 23.
Yeah, look, and I think, they are halfway to the skin. They'll want the skin really badly. I mean, they're still not halfway in the game, and they're going pretty aggressively. But I think Dion Dole's going to have to bowl here. Well, New Zealand's going to, instead of trying to bowl as fast as he can through the air, you've got to start to make it move around off the pitch. 7-2-3 dot, no ball 2.
Level, please.
Full down up sweep shot for 2 backward of square. Oh, that's a great touch. Not a lot VJ did wrong there other than be out of his crease. Bang, direct hit.
Victor Davies, great bit of work.
Subfielder in the game. Driven to the back for 7. VJ didn't like that run out very much. He's erased it immediately.
Let's get these guys off the net. Let's get these guys off the net. Great to be excited, great to chat for your team, but get your hands off the net.
That'll be out.
Oh, don't do that. There's no need to be sledging at this point. They're batting the house down. There's Justin here. He's having a hit. It's frustrating, but there's no need to have a word.
Well, the umpire should be intervening there. I think he is. He's talking to the captain about it. You can't have it. It's just not necessary. What's happening? There's a lot of discussion.
A lot of timeout signals going on there.
Yeah.
Review signals.
And I'm trying to see who the umpire's talking to. Is that one of the India officials?
I think
down
it'll
there?
be Bhavik Rai, the captain.
Right.
And fair enough. If you did that to my player, I'd be around there as well saying, come on, man, you need to protect him. But I don't think this requires any more than a warning at this stage. And what we can't have is the 3 players down there talk the umpire into anything, you know?
No, that's right.
Here
And
goes Tony Watkins to join in as well. I'm with the New Zealand team and everything else. And really, Brett Cree needs to make his decision here, give a warning. And look, it's nice to see that. I just saw Toddy having a bit of a joke with a couple of the batsmen. And
Don't worry, I'll have time. Please.
well, now
I can see a smile on the face of Vijay and Latham as
Yeah.
well. I think they've deheated it pretty quickly. Neither team are that kind of team. They don't want to be doing this stuff. And look, it's an extraordinary situation, isn't it? They're hitting it cleanly. There's lots going on. But there needs to be, they could get this guy to get his hands off the net.
Right, 2 balls remaining. Philip.
It's a playing area, buddy. Get your hands off the net. Sonny Chan not looking too happy. Maybe there is a penalty coming.
well, no, he hasn't put one in the book, so
Yeah, 3.
and play's about to resume. I don't know what all of the delay was for. If there wasn't one of those happening.
3 score. Last ball.
I think there'll be a shortage of people volunteering to bowl too quickly. I'd say they'll go to Stacey Hyman next. He's on the back, and they could do with some hands back there at the moment.
There's another 7. Will be out. Oh. Happy to pepper the back net. They're on 25 with an over to come in the partnership. Skin well and truly in play here.
Well and truly in play here. We got 1 over left in the partnership, and they need 9 for the Skin. Who's going to bowl it? Michael Conroy will bowl it. Let's get them off the net, please.
Well, it's a mistake they won't make twice, put it that way. But fear is for the player that runs into them.
Yep. Yeah, or the person behind them they get whacked into, and, you know.
So it is Michael Conroy to bowl the last over to the pair. 8 runs separate the 2 Skins. And VJ finds the net for 2 off the first ball.
Guy down here yelling at the umpire, letting him know it's 2. I think he knows. He's got it on the scoreboard. Could see some excitement.
Second ball, batter. Second ball.
Second ball now, big moment here. A wicket will seal the Skin for New Zealand. Anything else keeps India alive in the Skin. Full toss. It's just a single.
Puts VJ back on strike, who's really been doing the damage.
Well, he's going to have to now. He can still do it into a ball. 3 left. Big swing and a miss.
Second ball, batter. Second ball. Second ball,
2 to
batter,
come.
second ball.
Going to need to find the back net.
I don't think that's going to worry him too much right now. He's not going to be intimidated by that, is he? The way he's
No.
batting. No change of plan required.
Single. That'll leave Afros to hit a 5 off the last ball.
I think it's the wrong guy. I think VJ is more likely, but Afros is possible. New Zealand drop their players back. It's not like anyway, because you don't want any of your players hurt by the hitting at the moment. You just want to get guys out of harm's way.
And a run out off the last ball. A valiant effort there from India. Finished with 24. Another good skin. Hit their way out of trouble a couple of times. Again, batting without fear. Well and truly out of the game. One more skin they can have a crack at, folks. 4 overs remain in the match. Mohammad Kaiser Ahmed Girish Kayatanahali Gopal.
Yeah, 7.
The final combination for India.
Really does. If this guy's playing a 2 versus 3 game, how's India going to bat? Because this isn't how they normally bat. Are they just going to come out and have a couple of guys go, actually, we're just going to go?
Right, final batting pair.
You know, it does open it up, right?
Todd Watson gets us back underway. That'll be out. Well judged in the end from Hyman. That was tougher than I thought it would be. Out off a side to back. Backing right away. Top ball.
They're trying to bat the same as the last partnership. They may need to hit a few 2s to get into the frame before they try to do that. Watson quite hard to hit. That's his shot. He's exceptionally good at that. Stays open, plays with a full face over the offside. That's a brilliant shot. He is very good at it.
That 2's a great shot. Couple of 2s in a row. 2 balls remain. Oh, it's worth a look.
Yeah, I reckon it's worth a look as well. Back to the bat. Yeah, Sonny Chan, Tony Watkins, the signal, both of them.
Yeah.
Let's review this.
Yeah, that's tight. And he's given that not out on that view. If the game or a point were on the line, I'd be asking for freeze frame look at that.
Yep.
No replay needed there. Off stump knocked over, brings the over to an end, -6 from it. Because the bat was upside down, there's a real question as to whether it was actually grounded.
Unless you've got a confirmation bias. We already believe the situation is, and you're going to reconfirm it, because confirmation bias is a massive part of human psychology.
No doubt. I think we probably need to borrow, you were touching on this earlier, we need to borrow something from the outdoor process. The umpires literally have a script to follow. You will check this. I mean, you hear it in international outdoor.
Yep.
I've checked the front foot and it is a fair delivery. Move on to front on spin vision, please. Yeah. Like it's always the same. This, then that, then this.
Then can I see a snicko to see whether he's hit it or, then go to front on spin vision. There's a direct process for it, right?
They and for runouts, they want the ball the frozen when the bails are off and they can see where the bat is. And I think that decision, that previous DRS, that's an example of where I, as a spectator, would expect, okay, I want to see the frame where the bails are first lifted. Is the bat grounded, yes or no? Chance there, just missed. 1 run. Now, it may well be that was in.
Cam, that's not the point.
Yeah.
On this occasion, it might be, and the question is long term.
Yes.
How do we get the right results more consistently?
Exactly right.
And whether that particular one, and people get all in that one's right or wrong, and really that's not what we're trying to do up here.
No.
We're trying to create the stuff that makes a long-term improvement to our game. It's the point of half the discussion that we have is to see if we can encourage discussions around these things, you know.
Yeah.
And one thing doesn't matter. Look, I don't like the fact they keep visioning in on the umpire. He hasn't had a bad game. We're talking about a couple of things that, you know, he can work on.
Yeah, oh, totally. And to be fair, I think what we're talking about is an established DRS process, not necessarily for any particular umpire, but I think that should be it as a minimum.
Who's this guy? Why's he leaning on the? Why is he sleeping on the net? I mean, if Ryan Jackson throws that,
Well, like I said, he'll only do it once, won't he?
oh, it depends where it hits him. Might have a little visit.
That's 8 runs off the over from Stacey Hyman. He finishes with 2 for 2, and 2 overs remain now in the match. And I mean, DRS is introduced so that we don't have matches decided by incorrect decisions. That's what it's there for. We've got the technology. It's not there all the time, but it's certainly here now. We have to get that right. Now, there are some where it's obviously out. Obviously on first view. That was not one of them for mine. And sorry, I should say obviously out or obviously not out. That was not one of them.
Yeah, look, it's one of the things, and we don't know, Cam, is whether that's the only vision he got of it.
True.
'Cause we got it at full speed, right? And at full speed, you know, or close to full speed anyway. He might have got a different view to us, but hard to know.
My understanding is it's the same view, just sans any on-screen graphics.
Nice referee, he kept his line. He kept his line. What?
Oh, that's another little warning to go there, I'd have thought. Also, you can just kick the ball away from the fielder. Or hit it away from the fielder.
I could see why Todd Watson had hands on his hips and his head cocked. That's worth the discussion, isn't it?
No, one thing we don't want to do is let all these little things going on in the subscript take us away from two things here. That has been a dominant overall performance from New Zealand. And people say India dropped their bundle. They give up, they quit. This Indian side hasn't given up and quit.
No.
This Indian side has fought blimmin' hard, and they've wanted to make a point. Even if I'm going to go down, I'm going down smashing you all over the place if I need to.
Yep.
Respect to them for it.
And they're still on track with another shot to the back for an 80-plus score. And this is what I was saying earlier at the start of the innings. Okay, we're not going to get 135, but can we get 80? Because next time, when we do have our bowlers click, maybe we'll keep you to 70, not 135. I think the other dynamic to that is next time India might bat first. And, okay, they don't have the pressure of chasing 130 odd. Maybe they put 100 on. Right?
The question for mine is, and again, how are they going to bat next time they bat? Because seriously, VJ smashing it has been pretty effective, you know. And it's not something that teams in India cricket are used to, is having somebody bat like that against you. So it'll be really interesting to see if they decide to give one or two of their players a bit more license or not, and how New Zealand reacts to it, you know.
So the Joel over concluded. Matt Latham will bowl the last. 6 balls remain in the match. Starts with a wide. They will absolutely have that rebowled.
Nice to see whatever's going on down there. There's quite a lot of laughing going on between Todd Watson and Batter, and you do want, it's been a bit tempestuous at times. You do want it to be played hard, and you want it to be played in good spirit.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't. It's hardly surprising that when it is played hard, every now and then there'll be a disagreement of some sort. But if that can calm down and by the end of it everyone's shaking hands, yeah, I'm okay.
Me too.
It's up, it's down, it's safe. It'll be 3.
Four balls left, 17 for the skin. New Zealand have spent a lot more time than they expected to with all their fielders back.
One. Okay. Time off. 3 balls remaining.
This is what you need with 3 balls left. Gloves off and an adjustment to a knee pad.
What time's the last round start? 8:45.
Yeah, got time.
Plenty of time, yep.
This just eats into the downtime between games, that's all.
Yep. We had 20 in the last, first time. My recollection is, and you know,
3 balls remaining. Changing
after the New
sides.
Zealand Asia Cup, there was a prize giving, and we had a couple of drinks with the Indian guys. They were really good fun. you
Level,
know.
please.
It was packed and loud and all the rest of it. They were really good fun.
Should be out. Taken.
7 on strike.
Matt Latham
2
has
balls
enjoyed
remain.
it. Matt Latham has enjoyed that a lot. Not quite sure why.
2 to go. Play ball. 5 score.
3 for
1 to
5.
go.
See, he signals 5 for 4 and doesn't signal anything for 5. I don't.
Well, I guess he's doing the outdoor 4s 4. I'm not saying.
Well, that's good. Well, is he going to start giving people LBW in under different conditions? Like
Possibly.
Yeah.
you never know, Cam. It's all on the thing.
Yeah, again, it could be a South African thing. But that brings the game to an end. 135 to 87 victory to New Zealand. Again, a spirited effort from India. That's their first defeat of the tournament. And I don't think they're going anywhere, folks. We'll keep our eye on them as the tournament reaches its closing stages over the next few days. Paul Bottrell, your final thoughts from that match?
Yeah, look, I think, the thing I said earlier, that's a very good batting performance from New Zealand, possibly the best I've seen, a comprehensive win. But as I said, that Indian side just put a statement down saying, yep, we didn't bowl that well, but we're not going away on this tournament. And when we're facing the back door, we're going to swing and we're going to make it, when you think you've got us beat, we're coming back hard. And teams will remember that.
Without question. Don't forget, folks, still one more game to come from day 4 here at the World Cup. Sri Lanka Development up against Singapore. That's at 8:45 p.m. local, which is in just over 5 minutes' time. We're going to take a short break on commentary before that. So until then, for Paul Bottrell, Chris Griffin and the rest of the broadcast team, I'm Cameron Walter. Thanks for watching.
From every shore, they come to play under one roof where legends stay. Festive years with heart and
2 minutes, gentlemen, 2 minutes. Two, 1, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to UPro Colombo for the final game of day 4 here at the 2025 Indoor Cricket World Cup. It's Sri Lanka the Sri Lanka development side up against Singapore. I'll take you through the team lineup, starting with Singapore. Their captain, Ankit Maheshwari, with him Gaurav Parahar, Ragul Raja Gopalan, Vipul Sharma, Niraj Vasani, Sanjeeva Alvis, Sagar Punjal and Srikanth Ramaswamy. The Sri Lanka Dev side, Savindu Arandara is the captain, Dilana Siddharwardana, Lahiru Pereira, Chandamal Lakshan, Sineth Jayasuriya, Samesh Fernando, Kaushal Thenakun and Sumedha Jayasuriya rounding out the 8. The umpire for the match is Michael Guest, and Singapore have won the toss, and well, it says that they are going to bat, but they're not batting. Sri Lanka Development are going to bat, so the game's underway. Let's go. And I did neglect to say who I am. I'm Cameron Walter, and with me is Chris Griffin. Chris, thanks for joining me for the last game of the day.
Yeah, last game of the day. It's always a long day, but a great day here in the World Cup.
So the bowler, Gaurav Parahar, continues. It'll be a dot ball there, a second ball to follow. At the crease, Dilana Siddharwardena. And at the other end, Kaushalya Thenakun. It's a no ball plus the 2. Big runs for Sri Lanka Development. Tell me about this team, Chris.
Which one specifically?
Sri Lanka Development.
Sri Lanka Development. Okay, so Sri Lanka Development, they've got one sole win in the competition, currently sitting in 9th. That was against the US, where they won 75-46. Since then, they've faced South Africa, Sri Lanka, New Zealand, all in a row, and then the UAE. The closest they've gotten to then was against Sri Lanka, 63-run loss.
And Singapore?
Singapore, currently sitting in last, but they have had a tough run as well. So they've faced India, England, Australia, US, and Sri Lanka themselves. Got close to the US, just 10 runs in the loss. So 9th and 10th fighting out to see who can get the advantage over the other.
A shot to the backcourt for 4, closes out the over. A good start there for the Sri Lanka development side. And what's that, 8, 10, 11, 13 runs from it. 2 other games happening now in the men's division, closing out day 4. United Arab Emirates up against Sri Lanka, and Australia up against England. We'll check in with those matches a little later on, thanks to indoorcricket.news. Top ball to start the over from Vipul Sharma, and second ball immediately. Another dot ball, another second ball opportunity here for Singapore.
Yeah, Sri Lanka development. They're away so far, 17. It's a very quick start. See if Singapore can peg them back.
Push through the gap, and I'll get 2.
I went over to the other courts and I caught a bit of Singapore the other day against Australia, and firstly I saw a lot of passion, no doubt, and some really good bowling at stages. They're more than capable of beating the bat should they be able to find their line and length.
Good touch, keeps it off the net. Single to close out the over, 7 runs from it.
It's also important to note that neither of these teams have played on this court yet. They've been entirely in the other centre the whole time. So we talked about that before, different run-ups, different tension in the nets, all those sorts of lovely things. So they'll be finding themselves, both these teams, in their new surroundings.
Srikanth Ramaswamy, the bowler, his first delivery goes for 1. This pair have been quietly accumulating, 21 on the board, over and 5 balls to go.
And from the moments I saw for Singapore, as I said, I saw some good bowling, but a lot of the time I saw a bit of poor execution in the field. So it's been a few games since I've seen them. We'll see if they've cleaned it up.
It's a good piece of fielding given out at the top. Sri Lanka have reviewed it. This one's pretty tight for mine. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really close.
You have to have a look at the frame before.
Frame forward. One more. that
Bales are
one.
broken in on that one.
Yeah, whether the bales are broken. Yeah, it could be between frames even. Next one there.
Well, the bat's behind the line in that frame.
Yeah, but the bales are up in that frame as well.
Yeah, I understand that, but the frame before that, the bales aren't up. So the first frame the bales are up, the bat is in, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Looks to me like the umpire, Michael Guest, might be asking for a different angle.
That's between. Okay, what a decision. 20 frames, guys. Out. You keep the review.
Well, I don't understand that. The umpire's given it out. I don't see how that DRS confirms that it's out. Chris, your thoughts?
Yeah, I said I don't think the line decision review confirms that it's out.
I think it confirms that it's not out.
Yeah, so what was it? Can you remind me what was the original decision?
The original decision was out.
So maybe he's maintained that from a lack of evidence potentially.
Well, there was no lack of evidence. The bat was in when bales were up.
Play.
I think it shows, and this has been true of outdoor for a long time, right? DRS, there's still subjectivity to it. So that's what we have umpires for, to make those subjective decisions.
Yeah, I really like the point you were making in the previous game about process and stages. That's exactly what happens on the inner workings of those rooms.
Yeah.
I've actually sat in on some of the ICC training education and stuff like that. That's what occurs, and that's clearly the process which needs to occur here. And obviously it's also different because these people who deal with these decisions live and breathe it every day of every week. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're full time, really well paid, especially at the elite level, of course. But in comparison, we've got people who are using this technology for the first time in what could be 3 or 4 years.
Ankit Maheshwari, the bowler. It's off the keeper's net with a single. Yeah, you're totally correct. And in terms of process, I didn't really have any issue with the process that the umpire followed then. I just don't agree with the decision he was made that he made at the end of that process.
No, but it was more to the point you were talking about the other process. And it was like, it needs to be consistent.
Yes.
Across the umpires, I think.
Well, that process
was correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
That getting to that freeze frame of where the bales are up.
And the difficulty might be as well that, say, for a run out at the batter's end, as opposed to the non-strikers, you might have different cameras available as well. So if you're doing a line decision in an outdoor game, you'd have one either side, you'd be able to switch. You'd probably, if you're on the inside, you're looking at both of them at the same time. So sometimes when it's on the screen and you don't really see it, they're actually looking at the other angle because they'll have multiple different cameras operating. They try their best to show on the screen what's going on, but obviously less options here.
Well, yeah, and unlike an outdoor game, we are literally seeing the only thing the umpire is seeing.
Yes, exactly.
2 balls remain for Maheshwari.
One. Last ball.
Driven straight into the fielder, direct hit and out again. And that is the end of the partnership. They'll finish now on 26. Let's have a look at this one.
Just
maybe not.
Replay is gone, but it looked like it just collected the legs of the cover fielder with a play made after that.
So that concludes the opening partnership. 26 runs from it if you've just tuned in, folks. It's the last game of the day Day 4 here at the World Cup of Indoor Cricket. I'm Cameron Walter, Chris Griffin alongside Sri Lanka Development up against Singapore here in the men's division. And might, if I can load it in time, have a quick look at what's happening elsewhere for the final games of the day. Just need the screen to load. And England batting first against Australia, first skin on 18. UAE batting first against Sri Lanka, first skin on 8. That is available at indoorcricket.news or WRCFworldcup.com. I encourage you to check those out. We'll keep an eye on the results as well. Tipping we're going to have a false start here. No, the bowler has noticed that the umpire is not ready. Suneth Jayasuriya and Lahiru Pereira at the crease for the Sri Lanka development side, and Rahul Rajagopalan is bowling. Starts with a wide. Direct hit, well home.
Jayasuriya just hit a big wide open stance angled with a step in, so some big trigger movements. If you can get someone going quick and swinging, you can really catch him out.
No ball, or wide ball, yeah, wide ball. Driven to the back, and a foot kicks it into the side net rather than the back and saves 2 runs. Direct hit would have been out. 2 in the book. It's all safe. Living dangerously, but getting away with it. It's 13 runs from the over. Off to a flyer, the second partnership for the Sri Lanka development side.
Yeah, Pereira really looks like he wants a piece. He's coming at him hard. Big back lift. Swinging hard, gave him opportunities. This is Vasini coming on. He's the leading wicket taker with 5 for the Singapore side.
What's good? Good ball, time out. Yeah, check.
Looks like might have an injury here.
We got a physio. Have we got a physio here? Yeah, time's off. Have a head check, please.
Might be okay. Not sure. Did that make contact with the head that you saw, Chris?
No, I'm kind of blocked by the corner of the net, I'm sorry.
I really have just stolen the best view in the commentary box, haven't I?
Yeah, you've got the eagle eyes. That's why you put play by play on the right side.
Both players. Both of them. The other one too.
Just a bit more of an extended delay as the...
Oh, it's like they're out for a walk in the park. Let's get set. Let's go. Come on.
Strong shot,
Be
straight
out.
back.
Off the hands onto the stumps. They're going to review. No. Missed opportunity there.
Yeah, Ankit, hands in front of the stumps. It looks like he might have taken it himself. Not too sure where the ball ended up and whether it touched or not, but he was definitely involved in some capacity.
Driven with power. 3 runs.
Yeah, Pereira still wants a piece of it, keeps stepping away, swinging through the line as he backs away.
That's a great shot, isn't it?
It's a top-notch shot.
2 runs to Jay Surya.
Yeah, so just the way he plays in his stance, as I said, he's a big tendency to try and play off his legs and drag it across if it's wide outside off as well.
A ball to come now for Vasny. Two to complete the over. Another good one there for Sri Lanka Development. 14 runs from it. No, that's bad maths. 11 runs from it.
We need to get you back umpiring in the old school way with the clipboard and the pen, get your quick maths going.
Yeah, I used to practice that.
It was a hard skill to learn, wasn't it? It was a hard skill to learn to do everything at the same time.
Gee, feels like a lifetime ago, umpiring. A grade on a Tuesday night at Canberra. Don't think you will ever see me in an umpire stand again, Chris. Don't know about you.
It sounds like a potential video cam. I reckon we can get it done this week.
Another potential injury here.
You going up into the umpire stand? Well, stairs for this one, so you might make it up quite quickly.
Yeah, that's right.
It's probably the easiest umpire stand in the world to go up to. I've seen some precarious ones.
Yeah, there's some real dodgy stands getting around. Interestingly, this one's not in line with the pitch. You can see the whole platform. It's probably half a metre, well, a metre too far to the right of screen.
Yeah. Maybe it's just because I've been on your left the whole time, but I didn't realise that. It's a very fair point.
Driven to the back. 3 scored.
Some really strong hitting from Jay Surya. He's a powerful, powerful man.
Got him. Beaten outside off. Dragged out of the crease. Wasn't second ball. They've cashed in with a wicket there. Check this out. Out he comes. Didn't pick it. And good piece of glove work.
Yeah, really good glove work. Just deceived. Looks like a bit of a slower one. Sagar picks up the wicket.
Play.
Would have been funny if he gave that 2. One ball remains now for Sagar Punjal. Beats the bat outside off. No run. The second ball to start the last over of the partnership, which means the Sri Lanka development side will need to score off that ball.
And obviously, Sri Lanka having a development side in the World Cup is a bit unconventional if you're coming from other sports. So what are your thoughts on it, and sort of, I guess, talk to it to anyone that may be a neutral that's never seen something like this before?
Second ball, gentlemen.
Look, instinctively, I'm not a fan of development sides at Premier International events. At the same time, we're in Sri Lanka. See the first ball bowled by Sanjeewa Alvis. We're in Sri Lanka, and what the WICF has opted to do is to give more than just one team international experience. And if that helps Sri Lanka the next time this event is, the next event won't be here, that helps them field a stronger side because they've got a bigger pool of people to draw from, they're not, I can take it. I think it's okay. But, again, my instinct is that it shouldn't happen. But I'm not sure what the alternative is. So we might as well, when we are hosting in, nations, and I say Sri Lanka is a developing indoor cricket nation, as despite the fact they were in a World Cup final 21 years ago. But I think it's only fair and right that we utilise the home country to help them develop now. Does that mean we should have development sides from other countries? That I'm not so sure about.
Well, potentially you could use, say, a development side. Oh, big shot. Just absolutely unleashed there. We said Pereira's going to go to that back net and go hard, and my God, that was a good shot. The potential is there to use development sides, say, if you have a team that's arriving 5 or 3 days early or whatever it might be, and they're looking for they have a training session, they could use them as a trial.
That's right. And I think it was the last international I was involved with as a team manager was South Africa in 2013. I can't remember if I did a tournament after that, but at that one, our warm-up games were against local teams, but it could have been, to your point, just as easily against development sides. As far as this match is concerned, 40 on the board for that second pair. Not much development required there. They've bashed 40. Sri Lanka Dev sit on 66. I made that comment about other countries. I could have sworn there was a development side from South Africa here, but I must have dreamt that. It looks like I did dream that. There's only the two Sri Lanka development sides, the men and the 22. So, I can support it here in Sri Lanka, with Sri Lanka as the host nation. Chandima Lakshan and Samud Jayasuriya at the crease now for the Sri Lanka development side. And Gaurav Parahar, the bowler, his first ball going for 1. Samud Jayasuriya away with a 2. Both bats away now.
Lakshan, who has just made contact with that ball, he's the leading run scorer and the leading wicket taker for the development side. So a player to watch.
I think one thing I'm not a fan of with the development side is them wearing the same strip as the main side.
Yes.
Not the least of which when they're playing each other, like that would have been a nightmare to umpire, let alone commentate. But yeah, I'm not a fan of that. The Sri Lanka side is the Sri Lanka side. They should be wearing whatever the national strip is. Development side should have some sort of alternate strip. You know, the away team colour, whatever it is they want to do.
Yeah. So I guess the argument to that, and not that I take this side, but just to play devil's advocate, would be, well, Test cricket, everyone wears the same colour, but much slower game. Two people are holding a bat, so there's difference. But because everyone's so tight in here, there's so much traffic, and sometimes fielders and batters can run into each other, and you're trying to pick up which hands, extending the bat and what's doing what. That's why it creates such an issue.
10 runs off that over, and just to clarify, I'm not talking about they shouldn't wear it because of the clash. I'm saying they shouldn't wear it because they haven't been selected to represent their country as the primary side.
As well.
That should be a different shirt that they strive to attain. Sagar Punjal. First ball hit for 2 by Jay Surya. Needed to hit, so 1 instead.
Singapore really need to step up and get some wickets here and arrest some momentum. They are slowly letting the Sri Lanka development side get away very quickly.
Second ball, gentlemen. Second ball.
Chance, needed to hit. Throw was wide.
Well, good dive. Another chance there. Just 1 run.
Brings the over to an end, 7 runs from it. And total building nicely now for Sri Lanka development. 83 on the board, looking good to post 100 plus.
On the ground. In front of you. Eyes ready.
Yeah, we're back.
Second ball, gentlemen.
It'll be second ball now. Opportunity here for Niraj Vasni.
Second ball.
You can see why he's the leading wicket taker. Vasni. He gets it through quick. That was a really good ball. It just sort of caught him on the crease.
Full toss. Fended away for 2. Excuse me, for 1. That was nowhere near the net.
It's been a long day, Ken. It's been a long day. So talk to me about the little things you can see that Singapore could be doing here to assist them to pick up a wicket or to keep the runs down.
It's largely disposal. So there's an example there. They've grabbed the ball and a rushed disposal. So they've sacrificed accuracy, and I see that in just about every clean gather they have. They're reducing the chances of affecting a run out. I think they've got some guys that can bowl. I mean, that was absolutely nothing wrong with that ball. That was a cracker.
Yeah.
Bowling consistency, I think, is important as well. So create some more chances, be a little bit more controlled in the field, and Sri Lanka Development are on 60 or 50 rather than 85. A ball to come for Vasni. See that there, the fielders grabbed the ball off the net out of position. So had plenty of time to be in position to dispose of that ball when it came into their hand. So that's one example. And you see the best indoor cricket fielders, they read where the ball's going to be, they put themselves in a position to get that ball, but so that they then don't need to change position to dispose of that ball. So that's a good half a second that it buys you, both in terms of how quickly you can get the ball to the stumps, but how accurately you can do it. Sanjeewa Alvis.
And in all those little micro processes, you're saving time, which makes the running between wickets harder and harder.
I think another observation is their three-line fielders, particularly the one on the left of screen, so on the offside of the right-hander. To me, you want your three-line fielders on the move, or you want them stationary. This fielder's sort of, well, that time he stayed still, but others it's sort of been no man's land. Pick one and commit. And I'd also consider how straight you want those fielders. So he's fielding quite straight. Is that where you want him? For that sort of bowling, maybe, if you're going to bowl full. If you're bowling short of a length, you might want them a little tighter on the net and certainly moving into that front court. Or moving in the direction of the batsman. Yeah, I think Singapore's got a right to complain there. The batsman ran in the way of the fielder. They're not allowed to do that.
No, he did. Most certainly did. Steps away. Gives himself room. That's a great shot.
I'd also be having a look at the front court placement. So, again, what's the intent here? What do we want the bowler to be bowling? You've got two on the legs, and one of them's a backward square leg, right? If you want that, you're expecting your bowler to be bowling at the hip, or Yorker length on just outside the legs, and we weren't seeing a lot of that. The partnership comes to an end. 29 on the board, 95 is the total. Sri Lanka Development dominating here at the moment. Singapore need to find a wicket. And yeah, all of these things Singapore are going to gain over time. But yeah, for me, to go back to your question, that's what it's about. It's just create a few more opportunities through consistency with the ball, tweak your field a little bit more, and then really work on that disposal. One, making sure it's accurate, not rushed, and two, doing it from the right position. What will happen is if they field it out of position, then get into position and then dispose it, that over time will become fielding it in position. That will just come organically. Savindu Arandara and Shomesh Fernando batting now for the final pair for Sri Lanka Development, and Vipul Sharma will bowl.
And I guess for developing nations, in terms of the players themselves, a big part of it is also retention. Now, we talked about it earlier in the broadcast where we were saying, look, if you're not offering, series in between events and all these sort of things for the players to be engaged with, look, that's not going to, one, it's not going to help them develop, but two, I mean, are you going to stay around in a sport where you haven't really played for 3-4 years? Now, the more you can do that, and the more you feel a part of it, the more interested you are in it. And obviously, that for here, there's a financial commitment to it as well. But player retention is actually something that should be immeasurable and looked at consistently.
Yeah, I think one of the things we are starting to see more of is more international events. I know there's been, we were talking about this in a different game, Chris, I don't remember which, but there's been more bilateral and trilateral series in Asia, in particular, in recent years, and that's fantastic. We need to see more of that. We don't, Australia tends to always be involved in a Trans-Tasman or a World Cup because that's cheapest for us and for New Zealand. But I think New Zealand I think they were in an Asia Cup recently. Don't quote me on that. And I'd really like to see. I was actually thinking about this earlier. What would Australia do next year? Would you see a dot ball here? This over will finish on second ball, and Sri Lanka Development will need to score. And I'd love Australia to be part of some sort of a tri series or something in Asia. I think that'd be great. Two runs. Overs complete, 8 runs from it. Fourth pair away.
Yeah, and an Asian Cup is a really good event in the current standings and where we're seeing the teams are sitting at the moment. It gives, a real motivation and a different platform for them to play for, with, I guess, a little bit away from the traditional powerhouses of the sport as well.
Rahul Rajagopal is bowling. First ball goes for 2.
Sri Lanka development into the 100 mark, past the 100 mark, 105. You have to feel that it's going to be a tough chase for Singapore.
It's a shoelace epidemic.
There was some shoelace diplomacy you missed earlier. Well, we might have been talking. You might not have missed it, but always good to see. Not sure what happened and why the breakdowns occurred. And they're doing their own shoelaces now, but
I used to use that as such a delaying tactic. I was the master at it.
yeah, I used to just not step on the pitch and just look at the bowl.
Oh, I'm talking about, my partner gets run out twice. The opponents are screaming at us like they're going to destroy us. I just ask for a timeout, undo both shoelaces, do them back up. Take up a couple of minutes while they scream at me and then soak up all their momentum and get 20 runs.
And do it intentionally, obviously, to frustrate them and make them cause mistakes.
That doesn't sound like me. All the fielders on the onside in the front court here. Well bowled for that field.
Yeah, well bowled for that field.
I'd just have them straighter, forward of square. Again, like that, the fielder that's in the corner there, that's to the right hand and backward point, what's he doing? You're not going to catch anything there. If the ball hits the net, it's going to go past you.
Yep.
Like, you're not doing anything.
Yeah, we need to eliminate that.
I mean, I'd support it if someone was bowling absolute express, right? And you're expecting an edge to go into that keeper's net and just sit up nicely for someone standing there. But I haven't seen anyone bowling at that pace here. 12 runs off the over.
Yeah, other than that, the corner is saved for a batter who's been bowled twice to just go let their frustrations out and then come back and face the next one.
Srikanth Ramaswamy. Try that again, Ramaswamy. Srikanth Ramaswamy, is
Play.
bowling the 15th.
Nice, easy shot for 2. Too much width, making life easy for Fernando.
Now see, that's a catch that has to be taken. It's just got to be taken. And three-line fielder out of position. If you're moving in, maybe that goes over your head, but a well-judged jump and you take it. Or the other three-line fielder's got to be coming across the court to catch that.
Yeah. And that's also part of it, is understanding what everybody else is doing and what you're doing and what areas you're covering of that court.
3 on the offside in the front court. Full and wide, but just dragged it back enough for Fernando to grab 2, and 2 balls remain. Put down, second effort, needed to hit.
Last ball.
Now, I know this is a long way away, but I would love to see a heat map of teams and where the fielders actually position themselves consistently and where they go. You know how you kind of see it on the football broadcast in the Champions League and Premier League, etc. And just the differences between each country. That'd be a really cool thing.
Yeah, that's about 150 grand.
Yeah, I know. But it kind of captures what we're talking about, though.
It does. That over comes to an end. 12 runs from it. 1 over remains in the innings.
130, please. Coming to this end. Ready? Play.
Ankit Maheshwari to bowl the final over. Starts targeting the hip. The down up pull shot from Fernando goes for 2.
Out of the wicket.
Driven with power. Well kept out by the bowler. Here's a single. Yeah, look at that. This is an intelligent field for the area that he's bowling. I like it. You've got someone square leg. The fielder on the off side of the bat is a bit straight, and you've got a traditional sort of leg side fielder. This is good. You hit your area. That's the right field. Second ball. And he was hitting his area.
Yeah, he was.
That one a little bit short, and that's what allowed the down up sweep or pull or whatever you want to call it. But otherwise, good lines for that field anyway.
See how it adjusts here with the left-hander.
Too wide of off stump, but a great bit of fielding. Yes. Well done,
nice.
Singapore. Lot to like about that. Good clean gather, went to the top. Top reacted quickly and got it back to the keeper to affect the run out.
Yeah, beautiful. Always love a dismissal where you visited both sides. Real clean. Managed to get over the top and the keeper finished off the play.
Last ball of the innings. Might have just cut away from this replay. Just missed it live. It's gone for 2. That'll complete the innings. 128 on the board for Sri Lanka Development here in their clash against Singapore. It's the last game of day 4 here at the World Cup of Indoor Cricket. I'm Cameron Walter. With me is Chris Griffin. It's great to be with you to close out the day. Check in with the other matches happening right now to finish day 4. Both of them in the men's division as well. The United Arab Emirates up against Sri Lanka. Look like they'll post something about 71. They had a -13 third partnership, but still 3 other excellent partnerships to be posting something competitive there. England look like they're going to post something south of 20 against Australia. I'll just see what over. They're in the 15th over and they're on 8. So Australia dominating that match. Skins of 15, neg 10, 9 and currently neg 6. Though that 15, I suspect England will want to make a fist of trying to defend, so they'll throw their best 4 at that to try and take a skin off the world champions. Those results, or live results at indoorcricket.news, plus all the fixtures, standings, analysis. Great way to keep up to date with the World Cup if you're, well, whether you're here or not. You and I are using it, aren't we, Griffo?
Yep, we are.
How did you see that innings, mate?
Look, just a lot of good quality shots from the Sri Lanka Development side. Not always traditional indoor cricket shots, but really hardly hit, which made it really difficult for the Singaporean fielders. Now, Singapore, we said at the start, I think they've got some good bowlers. I just think they're not clean all the time. Now, we know they need to go away and work on that. But advantage Sri Lanka Development, in my opinion. Now, if we're going to come out here in Singapore, we're going to break down this chase. We're going to go back to the basics, as we said. We're going to go, okay, look, we need to make sure the calling's right, make sure we reduce wickets. But in terms of their players, it'll be Rashul Rajagopalan. He's their leading run scorer, so this is his biggest opportunity to put some runs on the board. We'll see what he can do.
While we wait for everyone to get their act together, we might have a look at what's coming up tomorrow. Day 5, if you can believe that, day 5 of the World Cup. Wednesday, the 1st of October. We'll talk about what the broadcast court's got. We'll start with New Zealand and the host nation Sri Lanka and the under 22 girls. Then it's the under 22 boys, the United Arab Emirates versus Australia. Then we switch to the men's division for 2 matches. England versus the United Arab Emirates, and then Sri Lanka versus South Africa, a game of huge significance. 3:30 p.m. local, we move to the women at South Africa against New Zealand. That too, a massively significant game. 5:15 p.m. it's a 22s match in the boys. The participants to be determined. It'll be whoever's first and second on the ladder. And then 7 p.m. we're back to the men. Australia versus India. India went down to New Zealand tonight. Still put 80 odd on the board. That will be a very interesting clash, and looking forward to that one. And we close out the day at 8:45 p.m. with the men, United Arab Emirates versus New Zealand. So 8 games here on the broadcast court, another 16 throughout the rest of the complex. Coming to you tomorrow from UPro and Austasia here in Colombo, the World Cup of Indoor Cricket. I hope you can stay with us, not just for the end of this game, but join us tomorrow as the rest of the tournament unfolds. Looks as if Sanjeewa, Elvis and Niraj Vasni are going to bat first for Singapore. And Lahiru Pereira is going to open the bowling. Starts with a wide. It's a great touch. It's a great example of following the ball, reading it well off the net, following it, and a good touch, almost produced a wicket.
Yeah, showing true commitment, putting the body on the line. Yeah, we've seen some themes throughout this tournament in terms of shoelace diplomacy and committees putting the stumps together. The one other thing that continues to happen is that path that's on the left and the taping of it is just always a drama. It's been inspected just there about 10 seconds ago and it's lifted again.
Another sharp piece of fielding. Straight through, the first wicket falls to close out the over. It was looking to be a good start there for Singapore. Instead, it's 1 for 1.
Just almost caught in between a rock and a hard place. No footwork. Sort of got a high elbow-ish and sort of locked himself off and clean bowled.
Ooh. Through for a single. Shomes Fernando, the bowler. Oh, direct hit, that'll be out and given. And they're reviewing it. Fascinated me is the non-striker who ran to the keeper's end signalled for the review first. I mean, how is he going to know whether this is out or not?
No, it's not really his call.
This is out, isn't it?
I think so.
Bang,
Yeah.
Yep, go on.
One other thing which we haven't talked about on the reviews is, say in this situation where you might have a total that looks a little bit too far, is using the reviews in the skins you think are possible in your, I guess, your wheelhouse as well.
Not quite the disposal he intended. 2 runs.
Just check on the 3-line fielder on the offside. I can't see what number it was.
Getting some magic spray on it. Is that some sort of a spray? Sean, it's all right. Does it come out?
It is a very tough sport, indoor cricket at times.
He's on strike. It's 2 scored.
He's getting some tape. It's obviously just some discomfort with the finger. It's all resolved relatively quickly. Looks good to go.
Bring somebody, please. Wait. One.
Well kept off the net. There's single and a ball to come.
What's good? That is the over. Over.
Brings you over to an end. 1 for 2 off, and Singapore still in the single digits here in the opening pair.
Five. That's ready.
Filana Sirawadna.
Fight. Ball.
Starts with a wide.
Get ball. No, it's no ball first.
Ball left the court again. Don't know what's going on there. It's almost like there's a hole running across the bottom of that whole net.
Yeah, it's like a, like a slither or a split. Maybe someone did damage to it throughout the course of it.
Wait.
Might have even been where, was it Timmy Flores that hit into there?
Tyler Hayes.
Tyler Hayes.
Direct hit. Not out.
But yeah, it definitely needs to be looked at. We'll get the netting out for you, Cam. You can sew it up.
Happy to.
Sorry.
Couple of wides, a couple of twos, turning into a good over here for Singapore. And the non-striker is on the pitch. Do you see that?
No, I didn't, sorry.
The bat was on the pitch.
And last ball. Two.
2 runs.
Brings you over.
Brings you over to an end, 12 runs from it. Yeah, I think we need to have a look the next time Alvis is off strike.
Yep.
His bat was literally on the red carpet.
That's ready. That's ready. Wait.
Pereira to bowl.
Ooh. Dive almost between the legs of the 3-line fielder. All right, let's just take a quick look. He's down there now.
And he's fine that time.
Second ball, gentlemen. Second ball.
Flick, run out, given out. Big, massive appeal. Hands up in the air. Review.
Reviewing or not?
Just take a look.
Huh?
Oh, I think that's out. The original decision stays. Great bit of fielding.
Wait.
Good solid shot into the offside.
Two.
Now, I'm not entirely sure for certain, but that may be all the reviews used. You can see Alwas, he was struggling maybe about 2 or 3 balls ago, and he's still limping at the non-striker's end. Into the legs. Stays to 1.
Last ball.
It sees the skin out of reach, unless there is wides or no balls. New batters have got to the back of the court. Down and up, solid shot to finish. And you see him just pulling up, wearing the effects of a long tournament so far. Alwas doing really well though, doing really well. 20 off 13 balls. Vasny finishing -2. Just a small tidbit again for anyone that's new to indoor cricket as to why in their huddle they're holding the ball up. So the umpire can see the ball to avoid any chances of manipulation of that yellow ball.
Bench ready, please. Follow.
I spoke about him in the lead up. It was Rahul Rajagopalan. He's the leading run scorer at the moment. He's off strike. And Vipul Sharma, he'll be on strike for you. While Thilan Sirawadena takes the ball, number 5. Push down leg side. That's 2 to start. Down and up, chance, that's it. Out, most definitely out. Easy as you like, great fielding. And the Sri Lankan development side continue to assert their dominance over Singapore.
Ready.
And following on from what Cameron said, I think the skill difference in terms of batting and bowling does not seem too dramatic between these two sides. It's just time in the field from the Singapore side, and the release of the ball, the turning, the positioning, and just need to spend a lot of time improving that. 3 on the leg side, bowls to it, pick up, throw. Oh, missed the receive. So, on the receiving end, sorry. Sirawadena continues. Big shout, caught behind. Must have been obvious to everyone in the court. Everyone goes up in unison. Great glove work to stay low and take that catch. So you check out the replay. Yeah, you can see how happy he is with that. Just gets into the webbing of the glove. Down and up. 2 more. That'll be the end of the over. But 2 wickets, 5 runs in total off the bat. Oh, sorry, off the bat and then including the wide. That's 2 for -6 to start. -5 to start.
Guys ready? Fine, thank you.
Thanakun. It's going to come around the wicket to the right-hander. Push down leg side and called as such by Michael Guest. Two runs scored. Just a bit too much width, easy to play through. Hit hard, manages to gather. You can see the fielders really appreciate that. 4 people instantly coming up to the 3-line fielder on the leg side. It's trapped on the crease a little bit. Pick up and throw. I think it might have been just safe, but it didn't matter in the end anyway because there was no contact. Down and up. That's a great shot. Perfectly timed, and you can see by the applause of his teammates, they appreciate it.
Dead ball, time off.
Just a dead ball now. There's going to be a lot of minor injuries and niggles. Not potentially. You see the assistant coach and coach coming across to check. The coach of the Sri Lankan development team is Sashinta Siribandara.
Ready? Last ball. Play.
We resume. Driven, picked up by the bowler, good throw back, just a bit unstable, so the throw was off, but I think he would have returned anyway without any trouble. And that'll set up a second ball opportunity in the return over.
Ready? Second ball.
Saneth Jaisaria, he'll take the ball. Once again, it is a second ball. Oh, very athletic dive on the offside from cover. So I'm not even sure if that was the offside, but from the left side of the court. I was busy just looking at this 3-line fielder on the offside. Just watching his movements as well. He is rushing in.
Second ball, gentlemen.
Push down leg.
Looks good.
Chance at one stump. Missed.
Time out. Cool set, time out.
You see another delay.
Ready?
And this is what I was looking for. So that offside
Play.
3-line fielder lining up directly behind the batsman. Steps forward. He's got to be careful there. He's not allowed to block the return of the batter. I'm not saying he is exactly, but he does seem to be around that area. So just keep an eye on that. I won't harp on it too longer, but he keeps sneaking towards the non-striker as well. Pick up and throw was good, but safe.
Last ball.
See the koi, that's exactly what I was talking about. You see the movement between these two. There's a game going on. And that is what's distracted. That is what has distracted that fielder on the offside and made the 4 an opportunity. Had he not been mucking around with a non-striker in that situation, he would have been in a position to catch it, potentially, or at least stop a 4. You see just a quick word from someone on the sidelines. We'll see if this will continue. Kind of looks like it's going to. I wonder if Michael Guest is going to interject. Played down and up. Just paddle it back for 1. Big shot, side back, caught, just didn't get it clean. And that's another wicket for Sri Lanka Development. So Cam Walter joins me again. Cam Walter, can you just have a look at the offside 3-line fielder for me, number 74?
What about him?
He's just been caught in a little bit of fun and games with a non-striker. Michael Guest, I don't think he's picked it up. Either that or he hasn't decided to take action. There was a really obvious one recently, but he might have learned his lesson.
Oh, it's worth a shout. Yeah, let's have a look at this one. Asking about whether to review it or not as Singapore. Looks like they're saying, no, we're not going to review that. Let's have a look. Smart cricket here to dive at the stumps.
Ooh, it's close.
Yeah, you got to go back. If it was DRS, you'd have to go back and look at it frame by frame, but I had no problem with the call.
Yeah, I'm under the suspicion that they might have used all their chances as well already.
Yes. You're probably right.
So anyway, back to what I was talking about with the 3-line fielder. There was a little situation where they were going back and forth and dancing with each other, and then the striker then hit the ball straight past them and he missed the catch.
Correct hit. It's 2 and 2 balls, 3 in the over, and that completes an excellent over there. Kaushalya Thenakun creating plenty of opportunities. 3 for -11, and Sri Lanka Development remain in complete control, Chris.
Yeah, I think we said it again at the start. It's just a bit too much of a reach, this total for them. You can see all the little errors from Singapore in terms of the calling, and they're just starting to slip in. So there's a big opportunity for the Singapore men to potentially pick up a skin throughout this game and get some points on the board. But right now, I think the game's certainly out of reach.
So the third pair didn't trouble the scorers. Sorry, excuse me. The second pair didn't trouble the scorers, and the third pair made their way out to the court. Srikanth Ramaswamy and Sagar Punjal. And Fernando will bowl. Back half of the innings. Starts with a wide. First runs off the bat for Ramaswamy. Chance at the top.
Oh.
Throw was a little wide and half volleyed the receiver. Had time to get it over the bails there, Chris.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely out if they hit. But even if they got it to the receiver, still would have been close or 50-50.
Second ball, gentlemen.
Second ball here, another opportunity for the Sri Lanka development side. A run back, running down to
Last ball.
third man.
Two.
2 from the last delivery, 9 runs from the over. You feel like this would be another skin that Singapore believe they can target, and that's the start they want.
Yeah, that's definitely the start they want. Application was there, commitment. You can tell they're not just playing for pride. They're out here to do a job and to get that 29, I'd get 30 there. So Jayasuriya, he might have something else in mind.
Yeah, Samud.
Point.
You know, I've done, I've probably been doing this for, probably 10, 15 years now, and it's the first tournament I've done where the primary cameras are remotely operated. So the broadcast team here have got remote control cameras, basically. They're all operating out of the truck just outside. You don't have a cameraman on the main camera. So, yeah, interesting, and seems to be working.
Second ball,
Yeah, I think it's working very well.
Let's go.
Not a too convincing shot, but still no loss of a wicket so far. Progression towards that skin still occurring.
Two. Last ball.
One to come for Samud Jayasuriya. Driven, is up, it's fallen safe, and that back net shot for 4 brings the over to an end. 11 runs from it. Right on track here for this skin. Big couple of overs coming up for both sides.
Yeah, well on track for this skin, and if you're Singapore, you know that the title's a bit out of reach, so we've seen a bit of an aggressive shot to get them there and played it when it was suitable, but we don't want to see an aggressive shot or a risky shot in the next 12 balls.
Yeah, you're right. They've done the job. They've put themselves in a position where they don't need to play the back court to get the skin. So at the same time, they do have to play their natural game. All too often, people go, I'm only going to play these sides now, and don't put away a loose ball or try and turn a ball to one side of the pitch rather than just hit it straight. Savindu Arandara to bowl. Oh, should have been out. Keeper didn't even look to try and get it.
Was it almost a wide as well? It's pretty far out. We saw him reaching.
Far out, man.
It's one of my pet peeves is seeing wides hit for a 2 that they could have just left anyway. Why take the risk? Oh,
Yeah, kick that away.
Second ball, gentlemen.
Anyway, it's a dot ball. Will be second ball now. Singapore have to score.
oh, big dive.
Gee, he dived from pretty far out there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Far out, man.
Instant recall. He's just got he's very tall, so taller you are, the further out you can dive, I guess.
Sent back. Savindu Arandara doing a good job here to build some pressure. Looked like these two were going to cruise to this skin after the first 2 overs, but a couple of dot balls. Another second ball situation here. Can Sri Lanka Development strike? They can. It was hit up and into the net, and the wicket falls. And the Dev side back in charge in this third skin.
Yeah, it just hits it up as you've described. Kind of not through a flourish, almost just because he was early on it as he was advancing, and a good low catch that puts the skin potentially back in the Dev side's hands.
Yeah, early through the shot and too far away from his body. Final ball of the over. Oh, this will be out too, will it? Oh. Well, Arandara having a go at the fielder. He's the one that got in the way of the ball. Brings the over to an end. -1 from it. They'll need 11 from this final over of the pair to pinch this skin off the Sri Lanka Development side.
And it was almost like a completely different batting pair out there for that past over than we saw in the first two.
Well, I honestly, I suspect that's them going, oh, we don't need to hit the back net anymore, just like I was saying. They went, oh, we'll just play the front court, so they weren't seeing ball, hitting ball.
Last over is pair.
Chandima Lakshan to bowl. Great shot. 2 runs to get started, 9 runs to win the skin.
Lakshan, very good bowler. Their leading wicket taker, as we previously mentioned. Really generates a bit of pace.
That found the 2 net first. Yes, it has. 7 runs required from 4 balls to win the skin.
This could get tight here, Ken. Oh, that's a seed.
It is. Nearly had him at both ends.
Oh,
All important dot ball. They now need 7 from 3, so will have to go to the back. And more importantly for Sri Lanka Development, it is second ball.
I think that ball beats most bats in this centre right now.
Change up. And through for 1. So 2 to go, 6 to get the skin. I'm tipping Sagar Punjal is going to try and do this in 1 shot. But, 3-line fielder is sort of in no man's land at the moment. Not sure what they're doing. Deflection. Has it hit the net? I lost sight of the ball after the deflection. No, it hasn't. 1 run. So it's got to be a 5 or a 7 here from Shrikant.
Last ball. Round the wicket.
He's taken his glove with him. Good, I was about to say you need to get that off the court if you're going to do what you're about to do.
Last ball.
So they've dragged the keeper, protecting the 3-line, protecting the back net. Let's see. Final ball, 5 required for the skin. It should be out. It's put down. What are they appealing for?
I believe it. They believe it's hit the bowler's hand and popped up.
Nonsense. Either way, the Sri Lanka Development side, they win the third skin in a nice tight contest there. 4 overs remain now. in the match. We'll check in with the other men's games happening right now. Looks like it's going to be a tight contest between the UAE and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka are 37 in pursuit of UAE's 60. Just try and get a sense of where that game is in terms of overs. Just waiting for the app to load for me. So that's after 11 overs. They're 42, chasing that 60 runs. And Australia well and truly accounting for England's score. So that one is over. But yeah, interesting one to watch there between UAE and Sri Lanka. As Ankit Maheshwari and Gaurav Parahar enter the court for Singapore. It's the final partnership of the match. And one of the Jayasuri is going to bowl. Start with a single. Sineth Jayasuriya. Ball leaves the court again.
Seems like an all too common occurrence. Might be a bit of repairs needed before finals day down there.
Bit of a juggle, 2 runs. Edged, falls safe, they get through for 1.
I do like the inventiveness of the Singapore players using the bottles as clappers as they do their Singapore chant.
Driven to the back. It'll be 5.
Yeah, very close if it hit. I think it might have been out.
Oh, definitely. But a great start. 11 runs from that over. And eyeing off this 33 as well.
That's what you got to do. You got to go for it. You've got to try and get this 33. It's what's left in the game. See the replay. Yeah, definitely out. So Mud Jayasuriya will take the ball for his second over. Oh my.
Deflected to the back for 5.
What a dive though. Getting horizontal. See that in the replay. Ooh. Good effort. Really good pop on that delivery. A lot of jump. Good enough to get the dot ball.
2 balls remain. Find the net for 2.
And last ball. There's the over.
Brings the over to an end, and they're in the box seat for this last skin. They don't lose a wicket, you'd think they'd get it.
Almost the exact same situation the previous pair though.
Indeed.
Ready?
2 overs remaining.
Ready? Play.
Lakshan
Second ball.
with the ball in hand. Very impressive bowler. Squirts it for one flick. If he was able to execute, would have been a wicket, which would have helped them for this skin. Still plenty to play for, as we said. Advances, hit solidly, side back, just over pitches Lakshan, and just taken advantage of by Ankit. Oh, that is something special. We saw a failed dive, no, not necessarily a failed dive, but a dive very similar, and that is a one-handed screamer. Grab and a half, grab times 2, and that switched the momentum. We saw the same thing happen in the previous pair in the third over where the wicket started to fall. Will the same history continue? It's a bit of a settler, great down up 2, a good shot to settle the nerves for Singapore. Leans on it. Non-striker was a little bit late making his ground, but didn't seem to cause any issues. 2 runs. So just a bit of confusion on the offside. Played in the leg side. Good pick up from leg side. Big appeal, but it's fumbled by the back net.
Second ball start last over. Ready? 1 more over. Second ball.
It's his second ball.
Play.
8 runs for the skin. Down up 2 on the leg side. Easy as you like. And Divu Arandara just drags it. Pushes down leg side. Reball has been taken. Down up 2 on the leg side. This is Singapore to lose now. Sri Lanka, you would think, need a wicket. You can hear the noise pick up from the Singaporean side. Just leans forward, presses, and that's 3 balls remaining. Second ball. Another big moment in this skin. 2 to get. Full. Pick up and throw. Oh. They wanted to get that skin. That might have been the moment. That might have been the moment they needed. Ankit is just playing an absolute hand. 21 off 11. Two balls remaining. Arundara just taking his time. Outside off. Player missed. That was a golden opportunity to get off strike and seal it with a defended ball. But now we've got a second ball opportunity. They have to run. One wicket wins the skin. Pressure situation here. See 74 just in the way of the non-striker. We keep talking about that. Hit in. Misfield, throw to the top. Big call. Big call and given. Oh. That's the moment you were looking for. We go to the review. Challenge. Play the leg side. Because he's playing on the back foot, he's going to take a little bit longer to get up. Close. There's the bails off. Well short. That is a magical play, and their heart breaks for Singapore. Absolutely, but well earned from Sri Lanka Development. They earned the dot ball, albeit by not the greatest delivery, but some great commitment in the field, and they managed to pick it up. All 7 points. And in review, once again, a lot of little things, a lot of learnings for both of these sides. But a good contest. On behalf of Paul Bottrell, who's not with us here, he's just down by the side of the court, you can see him, Cam Walter and myself, Chris Griffin. Thank you very much for joining us throughout the day's play. And we'll see you again bright and early at 8:30 tomorrow morning here at the Indoor Cricket World Cup at UPro Colombo. Good night.
From every shore, they come to play under one